So it's been a while. It's been what, 14 days. What to catch up on here? Let's see. So as you can see, I got a little bit of a shoulder issue. I think from the repetitiveness of the mouse and and I think bowling and then maybe tennis. Kind of the combination has produced a little bit of a glitch in my right up here. It sort of feels like the ligament has lost its control, it's stretching or something, and bone's popping out of its place. It's not painful yet, but that's what makes me nervous, is that it this could be something that to be worried about. And went to the doctor, chiropractor, and he showed me his bone. It's like he moves it around. It's like potato chips crackling. So, and it's not painful for him. It's been going on for 20 years. So that's Dr. Malin. And so it appears as it may not be a huge issue, but I'm taking some chances. I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to try to see if I can rest this thing and get it going back to its normal state. Because it really isn't. It's really annoying, this sort of a popping, clicking, popping thing. I don't think it's right. I gotta get it fixed. So I'm going to take some time off from bowling and tennis, and I'm getting my desk situated. Ernie came over here earlier to help me get this desk lowered down. So part of the problem is the poor posture. I think it's a repetitive injury. I got the so it's get the mouse sort of set up right here, and so I don't have to reach up and re-aggravate this thing. Trying to do whatever I can to not aggravate it. Hopefully it'll settle down. What else? Garage door. Oh yeah, the garage door was playing games with me. I evidently a wire came loose up on top with the opener. The door had pulled the wire loose, so it wasn't shutting. It was opening right away. So what was happening is I would come back home and it would always be open, and I thought that somebody was playing a trick with my garage. Somebody had a garage door opener and was just playing a trick with me. And it got to be so much that I at midnight I would come back and it'd be open, and I shut it, and I go to Jackpot and come back and it'd be open again. And I was fully convinced that somebody was playing a gag on me, and it was getting funny. Until I realized that all I had to do was wait and watch the door hit the bottom, then it would just reopen right away. And then I felt like, oh, what a, like almost like a fool, almost like, why didn't I catch that right away? It's weird. I thought for sure I did. I thought for sure I had seen it hit the bottom and it opened up. Anyways, finally went out investigating it. I noticed this, and then I found the wire problem and fixed it. But it was just amazing. I was fully convinced that somebody was playing an elusive gag on me, and hell, I figured it was the church I sued here in town here. But what else? Been ordering some stuff for magician tricks. See, Chris Angel's sets of like 100 magic tricks. I haven't actually opened them up. I'm not sure if I should buy any more until I start actually learning them. I gotta get opening these things up and start learning some stuff, and then I can maybe. I'm trying to get a full set of stuff and learn some magic and maybe perform a little bit too. What else? Job woes. Yeah, somebody from Atlanta called me up and was interested, and then was pretty interested. Almost made me an offer, pretty close to an offer, and then they didn't call me back after they, I guess, looked me up and Googled me. So what I'm doing is working with the EEOC, the Equal Employers Opportunity Commission. And basically, it's important that I get certified, and I'm going for another test here in a couple days. It's important that I keep this up and keep getting certified, because it makes it that much more of a case when EEOC looks me up and determines that I'm very qualified for a job, and people aren't hiring me. So it's I was hoping that these certifications would get me a job, but it might be that I use these certifications to help get me notice at the EEOC. Got some audio and stuff of some court woes that I'm dealing with, and pretty much the audio will take care of it. Basically, small claims court, this lady administrator is kind of giving me the runaround as far as the servicing for this one complaint. It appears to be that I'm special, and they're making up new rules to just make my life a pain in the butt. So I kind of like lashing back a little bit. You'll see the audio on that. Talked to Dale, and you'll see some audio on that as well. And I got trying to get him to make a statement under oath that he did not kill Stephanie. And I did it. I sent him. I signed it and I sent it to him. And then there was finally there was this, well, not finally, there was this incident, sort of a small incident in the VFW, when you'll see the audio, but basically it pretty much states what happened. It's the audio will tell you, but basically the church has been telling people that what I did when I sued them, and people are raising a stink about it, and I almost felt like there's a little bit of danger, but they could just be trying to scare me too. Anyways, there was a problem when I said I was Jesus, and I was like, they were shocked, and I was like, how would you be shocked at me saying that when I've been doing it for 11 years now? I don't know. So you'll see the audio on that. And then the last thing is Donna calls me up. She's been drinking, and she says, Chris, let's get married. So I thought that was kind of funny. I didn't include the audio just because, well, it's funny, but she's asked me not to, and I try to abide by that. But it's funny. It was a funny conversation. Going. I mean,
I don't know. It's just going. Just another day. The only new news is the grand jury decided, or the judge decided to throw it at the grand jury, and that's not really a surprise. I mean, if the judge ever wants to get reelected, he doesn't dare stop the train at him.
He decided to do what now?
The grand jury, they're going to convene a grand jury starting in March, and that could take anywhere from 3 months to 18 months or whatever. I don't know how it works exactly, but
this could drag out for a long time.
What's that?
This could drag out for quite a while.
Yeah. So, whatever their purpose is, I get a lot of opinions from a lot of people, and basically saying there is no evidence, so they're going to try to figure out other ways, and it's up to the jury to say, hey, there's nothing here, just leave the guy alone.
There was this article that Chief Hanschmidt sent out. And there's the article, I guess, says something, the coroner confirmed that the preliminary autopsy revealed another significant finding that has not been made public yet. So something...
Well, that's old news. I mean, we knew that from the beginning. There is something significant, and they're not saying what it is. So you know, it's everybody's just guessing. You know, I don't know if it was. If I had other friends that said, well, if it was significant enough, it doesn't necessarily point to anybody, whatever it is, because if it pointed to me, they'd arrest me. If it, you know, it obviously doesn't point. Whatever it is, doesn't point to anybody. It's just something more that they know. Or it's a big lie, and there's nothing more, or there's nothing more to know, and they're just pulling a big, you know, a psych out on people to see if that makes something emerge. Who knows?
Yeah, man. Do you talk with many? Do you talk with many friends, or do you keep yourself busy and talk? And
well, I'm trying to stay busy, but you know, and I've got a set of friends that I talk to.
That's good. Yeah, I sent you a text. I was just thinking. I knew I forgot something to ask you something. It's like if you did. I mean, you know every backside of every mountain there. It's like if you wanted to cover this up, the best way would have just been dump her off the side of a mountainside, you know, and never to be found again, you know.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. If somebody wanted to set me up, what better way than to set me up, you know, a block from my house?
Well, that's what I mean. It's like if something is, I mean, if you were trying to cover your tracks, I definitely would. It's, you know, don't let I don't know. It just doesn't seem like. It doesn't seem like, in some aspect, it doesn't seem like you would have done it. But I mean, it's just like the coincidences indicate that everything that's going on. They indicate that the husband did it. You know, it's a strange case.
It's very strange. Well, believe me, from my perspective, it's like what the fuck is going on, and why the hell are they, you know, why are they turning my life upside down when, you know, I'm still, the more I've thought about it, the more it's got to be the boyfriend.
I heard he took a polygraph, though. I mean, that doesn't mean everything, but I'm just...
Well, yeah, but how did he do on it? And whatever. So, you know, the guy is he's from Europe, so he's got an accent, and maybe his whole mentality is different. And if he is a fucking, you know, psychopath of some sort, hell, maybe maybe somebody that could do whatever they did to her, maybe they have the ability to just not have an emotion. I mean, come on, we're talking about somebody that killed her, right? If they're able to do that, maybe they don't give a shit about a polygraph. Maybe it doesn't change maybe they don't have a fucking heart. You know what I mean? I mean, who knows? I don't know how the psychopathic mind works. I mean, only from TV how, you know, they don't have emotions or whatever. I'm like, well, maybe he could easily pass a polygraph just because he's not all fucking there.
I don't know. Is it possible that? Do you think? I was mentioning like a split personality last time, Aaron. But is it possible that maybe you have a split personality and that maybe you did it and don't even realize it, or is it?
No, Chris. That's not even a remote possibility. That's not who I am. I don't have what you see is what you get. I don't have there's only one personality, and that's me.
Well, I mean, it's and this goes to the being hypnotized thing. This is kind of what I was saying.
Yeah, but that's just not. That's it's a stretch.
I know.
That's you stretching for answers, and we all are stretching for answers. We're all trying to figure out what the hell happened. We all want to know what the hell happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
It's beyond messed up, Chris, and I agree. It's beyond messed up.
You know, Kathy, last time we talked, and Kathy had mentioned, before we talked, you know, that there had been some. Okay, we talked about getting physical with Steph, and Kathy had mentioned before this that this has occurred. That hands around the throats, things pushing back against the wall or something. I'm not sure about that, but just things that happened. You realize that I think Steph had told Kathy, Ramona, and Carrie. I mean, do you realize that they will probably testify that what Steph had told them? Do you understand?
I'm sure they will.
Okay.
And they're going to do what they're going to do. I can't. I don't know what Steph has. I only know what my behavior's been.
Okay, just checking. I mean, it's like, yeah. I mean, it's going to, because it may sound like, well, I had told Kathy that you didn't touch her, and she was a little bit shocked at that. So,
yeah, but that's the truth.
Okay.
We've had our arguments, but I've never, ever, ever touched her.
Yeah. So this and I'll have to. I think Kathy got a bit perturbed at that. And I'm guessing that, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing like the other siblings would have been a little bit perturbed about that. So if they do testify like that, don't make it sound like, I'm not sure that it might look like they're against you or something, and I'm not sure that that's going to, how do I say this? They like you, but I think they're going to have to testify against you in that fashion,
Well, they're going to have to go from whatever they believe. I can't, whatever it is they believe is whatever they believe.
Yeah, I know nothing. Steph never told me. I thought everything was in paradise with her. So,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So,
we're all reaching to find some kind of resolution or answers to this whole thing, and just hope that they really figure out that this avenue towards me is the wrong direction, because and it just totally pisses me off that every second that they waste on me, if he was actually killed and it wasn't an accident, then they're wasting their time and they're looking the wrong direction. Unless this is their creepy way of making the person that did it, or whatever it was, come out of the woodwork and make a mistake. In the meantime, it's my world that's getting turned upside down between my kids and, me, and everything's fucked up. So, I don't know. I don't know how the police work. I don't know what they're, I don't know how they do what they do.
All that I can figure is that this investigation is complicated beyond belief, because if they figured it was you, you would probably been in handcuffs by now, so.
Well, right. That's one of the good things. It's like, at least they haven't taken taste and said, okay, let's get him. Because, the thing is that there can't be anything. There can't be, because there wasn't anything to be, there isn't anything. Because as my friend CJ said, innocence has its glory. It's like they can say whatever they want to say, but the facts are these. And I have nothing to do with it, so it's not even possible for anything to point my direction. That doesn't mean on paper things don't look bad, and the things that were portrayed on paper, and that's all it is, can make me look like the devil. But that's not the truth, and you probably know that yourself. It's easy to make somebody look bad, even if they've done nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. I know that well. I've got. Yeah, that's a statement and a half for me in my shoes, because I am.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I think, when I was there, I'm not sure who's aware of my condition, but remember that phone call, the phone call that I told you about, that you were being, like, spied on, that one. In that, somebody had lost their key. The assistant attorney general and city attorney, whatever it is, and what's it called, the child welfare. They lost their keys to the car, and I know, I could tell by the way they're looking at me that they thought I took it, and I wasn't even.
To the key to what car? What car key was lost?
It's unrelated to you. It's just I find, when you have the condition I do, I am a perfect scapegoat for everything that goes wrong, and
Right.
well, they lost their keys.
And that's exactly what they're looking for here, Chris.
Yeah.
They're looking for the perfect scapegoat to just, all they want to do is put a dot on the I and cross their T's and call it done, and I'm the easy target. I'm the easy target, because I'm statistically, it's the husband, but I'm not a statistic. This situation is not a statistic.
Yeah, I have to admit, when this went down, I immediately figured Dale did it, and but I pretty much forgave it at that point as well. Even if he did do it, I figured, I heard the chaos that Steph was bringing, and I figured, oh God, somebody, just got pissed off, and
Well, there's nothing to forgive me for. There's nothing. I didn't do anything. So, it's just, you need to, and it's not up to you. It's not up to me. It's up to the powers that be. But
yeah, it is. That's why it was nice about talking with you last time, because it was just good. I hadn't, like I said, I hadn't had a chance to talk with you because we got interrupted at the pool. But there's a saying, never say never and never say impossible, because you said that last time about the physical stuff, and it's a tough word
I'm not saying that we didn't have our arguments, but it never got physical, ever. That just didn't happen, Chris. It's not the world that Steph and I lived in.
Yeah, no, I guess it's possible. Yeah, it's just one of those words that never say never word, but I guess it is possible. I guess.
Chris, if I would have ever gotten physical with her, it'd have been over. Steph's a strong enough individual that's not how I'm built. We yelled at each other, stuff, but never ever got physical.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, the things I was hearing about Steph doing, it's like I mean, it's just, I feel for your situation. I just felt bad for what she was putting everything that was going on. It was just, I couldn't believe it.
I was more worried for her and where her mental state was than anything. That's what I was worried about. I called your mom. I called Carrie. I called Mona. I called Aaron several times. I mean, dozens and dozens of times. I called her best friend Bill dozens and dozens of times. I was concerned for where her head was at. She was a mess.
Yeah, this thing could take 18 months and that's not even a trial. That's not even a trial for you, right? That's just a preliminary, right?
That's just to say, is this a worthy enough case to even go to trial?
Yeah.
They could say yes, and they could say no. That to me is a 50-50 shot. But the one thing I've learned about the grand trial scenario, it's very one-sided. It's the prosecutor's side presenting his evidence. There is nothing from the defense's side whatsoever that we don't get to go in. We don't get to say our side. There's nothing presented on our side. So it's all one-sided. It's all the prosecution's side.
Yeah.
And that's you need to kind of know that. So no matter how far it goes forward, you still can't presume, guilty or innocent. You have to presume that it's all, at this point, only one side has been told.
Yeah.
And so it is what it is. I mean, I hate that saying, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man, it's... I had heard back that I had heard back that the clothes that they found in Stephen. Do you want to talk about that, or can you?
Honestly, I don't want to,
Okay,
because it's I don't even know if it's the truth.
Okay, sounds good.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
What they're telling me is not necessarily the truth.
I question the things that I was hearing, even when I was there, because I got. It sounded like there was a big head game going on in which we're being fed. It was like Aaron when he was conducting the game with you on that phone. I realized at that point that everybody's playing a stupid game and they're getting off on this shit, and I'm not happy with what's going on here, because my sister's dead, and I don't think that it's good for anybody to be conducting games. And I think that the police are conducting games and planting seeds of gossip here and there.
Her sister, Stephanie, would be horrified at the way this is being done. I'm telling you that right now. Stephanie would be horrified at this.
Yeah,
What has happened to her children, the way things have been done, she would absolutely be horrified.
I mean, wasn't Michelle, or what's that one? That one lady supposed to take care of the kids or something? I don't know.
Michelle, I don't know Michelle.
The dance lady, or Steph's dance.
Oh, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Yeah, but no, Jennifer's not family. Aaron is family.
All right.
That's how, Aaron is family, and I'm okay with it to a point. To a point, I am. I'm more than a little concerned, but I'm a lot concerned at what his attitude and how much he will buffer the children from, his perspective, because his perspective is his perspective. It doesn't make it the right perspective, but it's his. Well, these are my kids. And Chris, when this is all over, I'm going to have to be like Ricky, Lucille Ball and Ricky. And when I get my kids back, I'm going to be like, Lucy, you got some explaining to do. And that's what I'm going to, that's what I'm going to be talking to Aaron, mostly Aaron. Ramona, not so much. Carrie basically wrote me an email that, said that she just can't talk to me right now, but at least she was honest with that point. And Aaron just shut me down. There's no communication at all. And when I get the kids back, and I'll give him the thanks that he needs, because he took care of my kids, and I will always appreciate that during a bad time. He did come out of his way and do a lot of help and a lot of work and a lot of effort, but he didn't have to shut me down as if I was, Frankenstein the monster, when it can't be true. So, nobody really understands my perspective. I know one thing for damn sure. The one thing I know for sure is I had nothing to do with whatever happened to Stephanie. But I'm the only person that knows that. Or the person that did do something to her, or was it an accident? And we don't know. I mean, that's the thing. And when this is over and I get my kids back, I know that my kids will have an attachment to their Uncle Aaron and Aunt Carol but it's not going to, I'm not going to go out of my way to, continue that, because he didn't go out of his way in the slightest to make me feel like, hey, bud, you're in a bad situation, and we're here for you. We're limited on what we can do, but we care. Chris, you're the only family member on that entire site that has even remotely called me or put a note to me on Facebook. You're the only one on the entire site that has, and I'm not saying you're reaching out, but at least you have the guts and the willingness to say, hey, Dale, I've got some questions. Can you answer these questions? Can you not? If you can't, I understand. But you've got the guts to do so.
Yeah,
I don't have anything, Chris, I don't have anything to hide. There's just something that my attorney has said I just can't talk about them.
Yep.
But at the same time, I'm not trying to hide anything, because there's nothing for me to hide. It's just a sucky situation.
Yep, I understand. Yeah, it's good talking with you. I'm so glad you're receptive of our conversations, and I will. I
want you to know that I don't. It doesn't bother me to talk to you. I may or may not be able to go into some details that you might want to. I don't want you to feel like I'm being, trying to cover something up. I'm not. I've just been told not to talk about some things.
I understand. That's all that needs to be said.
But at the same time, I want you to know, Chris, you're Stephanie's brother. The family needs closure. The family needs to be able to mentally be able to go to sleep at night and try to put this in some kind of place in their head where where we can all live with it. And no, it sucks. I don't want to live with this. It's shitty. It's shitty that this has happened. But we've got to figure it out. And everybody wants closure. They want this. It's frustrating. It's going on 3 months now, right?
I think it's November, December, January, February. Yep, that's 3 months. Yep, 3 months. It seems longer. It seems like it's 6 months.
Oh, I know. It seems longer, but it's just and I'm the one personally in absolute limbo with where the police have put me. It's hard to move on. They've taken my children. I don't know where I'm supposed to, how I'm supposed to move on with, if I didn't own my own company and I had a job to go to on a daily basis, I believe I'd probably get fired, because right now my concentration level, my ability to just get my head into a normal place is almost impossible. The pressures that come monthly from the newspaper, I'm making the front page of the local newspaper, and not in a good way.
Yeah.
Trying to think about how I'm going to raise my kids in the future and what school they're going to go to, because do I dare bring them back here to have to relive this every day with the kids at school saying whatever the kids might say? I'm like, I almost have to be somewhere else with my kids.
Yeah.
And I don't know where. I'll want family support. I'll be, I guess I'm going to be a single dad, and I'm going to need help. I'm going to need help. And is that going to be me moving to Minnesota and saying, okay, I can really use some help from Carrie and Dwayne, and even, your mom and dad can help? But at the same time, I've got to make a living. And do I move to California and see if Aaron and Carol will be willing to, because when this is over, they'll know I did nothing. I have done nothing. And they'll know that. But will it change their perspective? Or will they still think something else? I don't know. I can't read people's minds. I don't know what people think. I just know this has to end well for me, because the truth is the truth. And that is what gets me from day to day, Chris. I know what my truth is. And my truth is I'm an absolutely, completely innocent man stuck in a holy, holy shitty situation.
Yeah.
And that's what gets me from day to day. And, you know, that's what gets me from day to day, Chris.
Yeah, man. I'm not sure I can imagine what you're going through.
I don't think you can. I don't know if anybody can, because this is as unique as anything I've ever seen or heard about.
Boy, I tell you, I'm just trying to figure out this, you know, like you said, figure out what happened, and it's just, it's complicated. Part of me, well, let's see here. I kind of wish there was a, I don't know, you're not terribly religious, is that right? Or are you?
I would say I grew up going to church. I believe that just about all religions have some kind of tie into a greater being, that we as humans were so unique to the rest of the planet and all the other animals and creatures on the planet. We are unbelievably unique in who and how we think and what we do. We are, it's obvious that we're copies of some higher being to be able to create what we created and to be here and how the earth operates so smoothly within itself. And I'm not Catholic, I'm not Lutheran, I'm not, you know, but there's a higher force at work that doesn't necessarily have control, because if they did have control, things like Hitler and world wars and great famines would never exist. So we're a big human experiment on the grand scheme of things. But someone built this. It's like we're a chemistry that's gone out of control.
Yeah. You know, I'm not much of a believer in this sin forgiven thing, you know. I feel like, you know, sins should not be forgiven, but when this occurred, let's say I've got a Jesus complex, right? You know about that, right? A God complex. And I have not much of this, I wasn't big on this sin forgiven thing, but when I heard about this and I realized, I wish our judicial system in some sense could just forgive and not I wish, and I felt for the first time that I could almost live to the role of this Jesus thing, where sin is forgiven. You could commit sin and be forgiven about it. It was the first time I realized that you know, that if Dale did do it, it's completely. I understand. It's kind of one of these things with OJ. You know, I think I sent you an email. You know, for OJ, they say that Chris Rock, he says, you know, I'm not saying he should have done it, but I understand. And when I heard about what Steph was doing, and like I said, I lived with this Donna lady for a while, and I'm telling you, man, I could have definitely easily been in your shoes, and just.
Yeah, well, those wouldn't. That's the appearance of my shoes, Chris, but those aren't my shoes.
Yeah. What I mean is, it's just women have a tendency of doing the wrong things and thinking that everything's cool in their conduct. And Donna was famous for that. I couldn't believe how.
Yeah. Well, everybody's situation is different, Chris. I really can't say mine is anywhere close to whatever it is you had. But anyway, I'm with one of my buddies. I'm going to have to go.
Okay.
But, no. You can call me at any other point if you want.
Yeah, I didn't mean. I was just sidetracking on that Jesus concept there, that the sin forgiven thing. But I really am not a believer in that, other than certain things. I forgive OJ too. So, but I'm not saying you did it. I'm just saying it. When I thought this is when I thought that. So, all right.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Dale.
Okay. You bet, Chris. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
I saw the certificate of deceased on your bed there.
Yeah, isn't that a bummer?
Yeah.
It's their birth certificate, but they had to put deceased on the birth certificate.
Is that how everybody? Does that happen to everybody when they die? They got to put.
Well,
deceased?
it's Colorado. It surprised me, but then I thought about it, and I think they're doing it because of fraud. You know what I mean? So that people don't try to use somebody's birth certificate that died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we needed to get that for the kids to get Social Security. I forget how much. Aaron gave me a figure, so it's not real bad. Actually, it's like $400 for each kid.
Oh, that's pretty big, yeah.
Yeah. See, okay, the county did not pay in Social Security. They don't have to because they have retirement fund that they paid into.
Mm-hmm.
So Steph actually hasn't paid in since like 2005 or something, or even earlier. So, but this is all coming then from all your years of working ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
at odd jobs. At odd jobs. So that's not bad.
No, it's pretty good.
Considering. So at least it's something.
It's good.
And but it'll take a while to get it, just like it did for you. So, but just like for you, it'll get retro. And so yeah, I got to get the kids' birth certificates too. Yet, and I'm waiting for that. I ran into a problem with that. So. But hopefully that'll get solved. I didn't have Steph's birth certificate at the moment. They wanted more proof that I was a grandmother and had the right to the kids. So you can get them online, but you give all this, you answer these questions for them, and I even gave them a copy of my driver's license, you know?
Yeah.
And then they asked for her birth certificate. Well, I had not received that yet. And I didn't expect to receive it as soon as I did, so I basically was going to have to cancel, or I asked them if they would consider the newspaper article, and I gave them a link to the Redwood Gazette where it talks about her name, her mother, Kathy,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Redwood Falls, everything like that. You can't go wrong, I wouldn't think, right? So, you know, I don't know if that'll work for them, but
Are you
my drivers...
Are you telling me they have a problem with you going there right now?
They want to make sure, no, the Colorado, the birth people, they want to make sure that I have a legal reason, or I have a legitimacy, not just anybody can get a birth record. You have to be connected to the family, or if you're a genealogist, then they have special whatever.
Yeah, who's investigating this?
It is the Colorado birth certificate place.
Okay.
Wanted more information, I guess. It's actually through VitaCheck. When you do it online, you're doing it through this.
Hello?
it's VitaCheck or something, but they're saying that probably they are saying that the Colorado record required more identity. So I was hoping that a newspaper article, in addition to my driver's license, a picture of that, would show proof of that I am who I say I am, you know, and that I am Stephanie's mother. It says so right in the paper, right? Right under the part where she's murdered, okay?
Yeah.
That's the pits. That's all I can say. Damn it.
Well, yeah. If you want to, so you're thinking about bringing the robot kit out there, because I mean, we can investigate. I can find out where it's at.
But certainly ask if it's being used. If it's not being used, I'll take it with me. If it's being used, don't let it bother you at all, okay?
Yeah, hang on a second. Hang on.
That's only if you want to, Chris. You do not have to even ask, okay?
Hang on a sec. I'll put you in conference to their line right now. Hang on. You can actually talk to them. It'll be a voicemail.
Who is it? Do you
It's
know the name?
Rachel. It's Rachel, somebody at the school. Just say, listen.
It's pretty late. It's 9:50 right now, Chris.
I know you're gonna leave a message. Yeah, I'll talk.
That'd be fine. Have him call you.
Hi, you've reached the voicemail box of Rachel Helster. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
Hi, Rachel. It's Chris Roller. I gave you that robot set. I don't know if you. Well, we had a family death, and the kids are young enough. Maybe they'd want that robot set. I'm just asking if it's not being used, if they didn't get it working, or it's no urgency or anything. I'm just curious if it's being used. That's fine. If not, then maybe we can make use of it over here again. Please give a call to my mom's at Kathy at 507-644-5555. Thanks. Bye. Okay.
Did you hang up?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that was a great message. That's perfect, Chris. That's exactly the idea. That if it's being used, don't need it, but if it's not being used, then we'll take it. So that'll work out great. So, okay. Well, anyways, yeah, now we have to wait. Haven't talked with Dale anymore, have you?
I did talk to him the other day. Yeah, he's saying that I'm the only one that talks to him. Interesting, because I never talked to the guy before all this. And it's too bad. Anyways, so I'm the only.
He's welcome to talk to me, but we're limited on what we can talk about. You know? And he could call us. He doesn't call us. Actually, I shouldn't say that. He tried to call the other people when he was around, or when it came out that it was him. He tried to call Mona. He tried to call Aaron, and he tried to call Carrie, and they wouldn't answer. He never tried to call me, and he didn't try to call you that I know of, did he, or did he?
No, but I reached out to him, and we're talking.
I understand that, and I'm glad you did, but he should understand that you aren't the only one talking to him. I have nothing to say other than, I feel bad for him, actually. And after saying that, what else is there to talk about? But what did you talk about? Get a clue from you. What did you talk about?
I kind of forgot now, but I mean, it's, just, what he's going, his daily events, he's kind of, I was wondering if he's lonesome and, and,
Imagine he is, right?
It doesn't sound too bad. He's just not, he could be happier, that's for sure, with his kids gone. But he says when this is all over, he's going to just thank Aaron and Carol for taking care of the kids, and he's going to be on his, he's saying that this is all going to be over, and he's going to have his kids back,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is he busy working?
I think so. He can't actually work much because he's stressed out, That's the good thing in this.
So he is still stressed out? I mean...
Well, yeah. He says he's lucky he doesn't have a regular job, or he'd be a real mess.
Oh, yeah. So he's saying that, see, this is their slow time. It's always been real slow. In these months, that's when they used to take vacations.
Yeah, he's very, very adamant about not doing this, And it's a little bit awkward listening to it, but I have some doubt. I have some doubt that I have some doubt that he did it. That I mostly figure he did it, but there is initially there wasn't any doubt. Now I have a little bit of doubt. Maybe something weird happened, but I really would need to see the evidence that was found at the scene to make this easier to digest and come up with a conclusion. But that's probably precisely what the grand jury is for. But it's too bad I can't see that information. It would just be put my mind at ease,
Yeah, well, and we can't do anything until we won't know a lot of the evidence. I don't even know. If, say, the grand jury says no, I don't know. I don't know that we get to see most of the evidence. What do you think? Do you think we will?
I don't know.
That'll be interesting. That's actually a question that I could ask. The attorney, the prosecuting attorney. But I don't want to bother him right now. I will definitely ask after the fact if that would happen. But if it goes to trial, there's no reason to ask. So I'll leave it alone for now.
Yeah. If it doesn't go to trial, then that's a good question. Do you get to see the evidence that was presented at the grand jury? Because right now we don't get to see that. So at some point, we would like to know what all came out,
Yeah, we would definitely get to know the entire autopsy. In fact, that becomes a public record, period. The only reason it hasn't become... See, the way the autopsy works is once it comes out, we get it first, and it doesn't go public until somebody asks for it, which that somebody would probably be a newspaper reporter.
But they're not going to... Yeah.
No, that's the way it works. That's just the way it was explained to me when I was talking to the police chief when I was in Silverthorne.
I realize. I mean, but we don't get to find that out until the grand jury is done, right?
That is correct, or until the trial. If the grand jury is done and it doesn't go to trial, then we get to know it. If the grand jury says, yeah, then we don't get to know it until the trial. It will not be given to us until it's no longer needed as evidence, Chris.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, well, I'm glad that you are talking with Dale. Tell him that he is free to call me.
I tell you what I'll do, next time I talk to him, I will conference you in.
No, I don't want you to conference me yet.
No?
If he wants to talk to me, he is free to call me. He's always been free to call me. I have never ever said he can't. But you can tell him that I don't call him because, well, for one thing, I'm very busy. And the other thing, there comes a point of, well, first of all, there isn't a lot we can talk about legally. He has to be very careful what he says, so do I.
It's okay to say you might be a little mad that your daughter's dead, too. It's okay to say that,
I don't even feel that way anymore, and you can tell him that. What I tell people or did say is well, first of all, he's saying he didn't do it, so obviously I better not dislike him, right? But if he did do it, I don't hate him. The most I have said is I don't like him for having done it, and that's for sure. But I like him.
Stop doing that, Dale. Damn it. You're making me angry. Stop killing people. Stop killing people, Dale.
Oh, yeah. No, but see, the thing is that I feel nothing but compassion for him if he did it. Because, everything, he put everything down, he has so much going for him, Chris.
I don't know. I think the photography business was, not going so good because everybody's got digital cameras, so I think
I agree. I agree that his business wasn't as good as it was, but it was still decent. But what I'm saying is his life was good.
What's so good about it?
Even his life was good. He had a family. He had a good home. If you go to jail, you don't have a family and you don't have a good home,
He's going through divorce. What do you think that's so good? What's so good about that?
Death of the woman makes that look like roses, okay? That's what I literally said that the first night. Yeah, the divorce can be challenging, but at least you get your home and you get your kids.
Kathy, I don't know. You somehow make a divorce into a bed of roses, but they were going through some serious stress right there.
I really believe that not every marriage is supposed to last forever, and you disagree with me, and I respect that. I don't think that a divorce has to be people hating each other or tearing each other apart. You and Maria went through an amicable divorce. You both had your unhappinesses, but you were both decent about it. Now, you are a good example of having proved my point. And she went on and made a good life of herself. She's not regretting the divorce, as far as I know. I don't know. You would know better than I, but
you make it sound like they had a great life. They were going into chaos. It wasn't.
They did have a really good life, yeah.
Well, that's why Steph divorced him, right?
No, they had a good life a lot of the times, but it was obviously it was in a period of time where she was choosing that it was not a good life, and she was choosing to leave it, or at least it was in the initial stages. It was a separation, Chris. And they were going to be seeing, literally, an appointment for a mediator, which it meant that they might have not gotten a divorce, Chris. They were going through some rough times at the time, that's all. But compared to what he's going through now, it had to be a piece of cake. that's just my opinion. I would rather have a divorce than a murder trial myself.
Well, you may have hope for neither because the one caused the other probably. The divorce caused the murder. You want a nun because...
No, it might not have been the divorce. It might have just simply been jealousy. You know.
It's not jealousy. It's stupidity. You get pissed off. It's like me and Donna. It's like watching Donna act like an idiot. You just get pissed off after a while.
Oh, wait a sec. This is not about Donna and you, okay?
No, this is about This is about
Dale and Steph.
Right.
This has nothing to do with you.
This is about a woman acting like a freaking idiot, like Donna does.
She was not. Hey, you talked to anybody that knew her, and she was a good, kind person. You even thought so. So there you go. Donna is in a whole different category, bless her heart, okay? She's an alcoholic. There's a big difference. Steph was not an alcoholic or even close to it, okay? Steph made people happy.
I gotta watch.
You look at those videos where she's dancing, and she is making people happy. Nobody is saying ever that, you know, she was an idiot or she was this or she was that. Even Dale, you know, isn't using the word idiot with her. Even Dale puts on the website how much he loves her, you know, so yeah, no, this is no comparison with alcoholic Donna or wonderful dance teacher, mother, great personality, kind, sweet, considerate Steph, okay? No comparison.
You know, if you have trouble seeing your failures in your relationship with me, to understand that women can act like idiots and not even be aware of it, not even apologize, like that accident that occurred over here, then you need to realize that Steph probably was acting irrational and not apologizing for her behavior, just like Donna is not apologizing for her behavior.
Oh, this isn't about Donna. This is about whether somebody has the right to murder somebody just because they didn't apologize. You know.
Well, it's about acting.
You didn't apologize, Steph, so now I'm going to kill you. You know, that makes a lot of sense.
It was.
Okay, whoa. I appreciate it. It was a good conversation up until now, but it was, you know what? Every time we get into this, and you always have to bring in Donna, and God bless Donna. I'm glad that she is whatever, happy with her life now, if that's what it is. But that's not what I want to talk about. Okay? So I guess we'll say good night, huh?
Okay, good night. Bye.
It's the one picture that has relevance is figure 2. But one of the things you want to do, is this the fatter barrel pen or the thin one?
Fatter barrel. It's pretty thin, I think. Yeah, it's pretty thin.
Okay, no problem. One of the things I like to do is when I do these effects, I like to get a piece of paper out, and I like to kind of prime up the actually the point that writes.
Okay.
Just to kind of get the ink going, and it may not even be useful to you, but I always like to borrow a bill from a spectator, a dollar bill, whatever, 5, and the whole trick is the subtlety at the beginning of the effect is that you can either scribble something on the bill, or you point at maybe like George Washington's head with the point of the pen. You see, okay, let me just think this thing through here because I don't have one in front of me. But you have to create there's a subtlety where you have to they have to kind of see the tip of the pen. Now, the cap is on the pen covering the actual fixed point that's on there. So in other words, the point that doesn't come off magnetically on the opposite end, that's where you want to start with a cap on that end.
The magnetic tip, right? The cap's on that end?
On the permanent tip end, you put the cap on that end.
Okay.
Obviously, because you're going to remove the removable part. But you can, at this point, you've got the cap on the permanent end, and you're holding the pen in your hand, and you can actually point the pen, the tip of the pen, the magnetic end tip, to the George Washington on the bill, and say, look, we're going to pull the hole through his head, or whatever. You can say whatever you want. I mean, it's all up to you how you want to sell it. But when you take you just point to the bill a couple times, and then when you pull the pen back, you ask them, say, hey, did you see George Washington? He has like rings under his eyes. He doesn't get a lot of sleep, or whatever. And they look at the bill just for a second in a little bit more detail, and it's at that point where in figure 2, you just pop off the tip in one hand. You just pull apart the pen essentially from the tip, the magnetic tip from the rest of the barrel.
Okay.
Okay, and this is all covered in your fist, which is nice. And that's when you then take the bill and you bring the bill up to the hand that's holding the pen and kind of like cover over the top of it as you open your hand. Well, actually, sorry, I'm the terrible explanation here. Maybe a video would help, but when you bring the bill up, you kind of steal off the tip from your hand, and you put it below the bill that's in the hand that's holding the bill. And that's what figure 3 really is. It's and your hand that's holding the pen kind of covers the area where the tip is missing.
Yeah, well, the way I saw it was just extraordinary when I saw this thing. It was, he just basically, he pointed to it and it just went right through. So I'm hoping that, like, I could see a video of you doing it that would show, okay, this is the demonstration of how it's done, and then the explanation. That would just be how a video is 1,000 words more than a.
Well, obviously, compared to mine, you're right. So I apologize. But, yeah, so what you're doing is you're transferring the tip after you secretly pop it off from your hand that's holding the pen. You transfer it to the hand that's holding the dollar bill, and you do it, underneath the dollar bill. So, like, your hands do the exchange, your fingers do the exchange of the tip with the bill covering it. That's all you're doing. And then at that point, you go up to bring the pen in, and then you pretend like you're sticking it in the bill, and from their perspective, your fingers are covering the area where the tip is missing, and boom, and then what happens is the magnetic tip on the bottom side of the bill is attracted to the magnet in the barrel, and then it basically, the bill becomes lodged between the tip and the barrel. But, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna rush to have a video shot of this on Monday, where we'll take a snippet of footage that's taught on any of the DVDs that come with these various tricks we put out. So if you can hang tight till Monday, we'll give you some really good explanation.
Okay. Do you also have one for the paddle on there's a bird in a cage on a paddle? Do you guys also carry that one?
Yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, let me find it. I want to say we've taught that one. Oh gosh, what is it? It's matchmaking.com versus learn. I can look it up. Let me see here. You think I know this? Let's see. I'll log into the web server and we'll see what the file is. Bear with me here. So are you in the Magic a long time?
I love Magic. I just I'm just trying to learn stuff. I bought like almost all your DVDs.
Oh, really? Thank you.
From Larry over in Minneapolis. There,
Oh, Larry Callow, Eagle Magic.
Yeah, Eagle. That's it. Yeah. So I got a bunch of those, and it really helps to have a video that describes basically, the presentation, and then okay, here's how it's done. That way, you learn what you need to get to, what kind of stage you need to get to in order to make it perform. Larry did the paddle one, and there's no like video, so I'm like, somebody caught me. You have the six colored what's that called? That rod, the rod.
Yeah, sure, hot rod.
Yeah, you got a video on that. That's great. It's about performing it right. Luckily, you got a video on that. So somebody caught me. I did it too many. I'm performing it wrong or something, and they caught it. So I need to figure out a way to not be obvious. And I videotape myself on the webcam and stuff, and it's.
Couple things here. I found actual video teaching links for the birdcage paddle trick, so you're in luck there. And that's really easy. It's magicmakersinc.com/learn birdcage. What's it? LEARNBIRDCAGE.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Now, where are you? You're in Minneapolis?
I'm in Redwood Falls. I may have talked with you a while back. I got confused, and I thought you were. I didn't realize you were a wholesaler when I first talked with you.
Okay.
Or somebody there. I'm not sure who. Anyways, but yeah, I'm gathering just an assortment of goodies, and I'm trying to, I'm fascinated by this stuff, and thank you for the birdcage video. Yeah, and it would just be helpful for everybody else, I'm sure, out there, if you had something for this pen, the pen through the dollar, to teach that as well.
Absolutely. Well, let me look to learn Magic Pen. How about learn? Hey, holy crap! Hold on a second. You might have struck gold here with this call from me. Let me just. Well. Let's see here. We've got what you need. Oh, good. Okay, good. Because. Let's see, let me just double check the video footage here. This looks good. Wonderful. Okay, you are set. Here is the link for your successful guide to a successful performance. It is magicmakersinc.com/learn perfect, LEARNPERFECT. Ready?
Yep.
Penetration. Learn perfect penetration. And there's a video link in Windows Media and QuickTime, so you're set.
Oh, wow. You do have it. Wow.
Thank God, because I didn't realize how weak my explanation skills were until I made this call. So I'm a bit removed from the customer service side element of our business. I just saw your inbound call and sounded like you need some help, and I usually don't do this kind of thing, but that's really cool that you actually took my call and were able to find this for you, and I can learn some about the business.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. You're the owner, right?
Yep.
Thank you so much, Rob. Right, Rob?
Yep.
Oh, wow. This sounds like a big warehouse you've got there or something, right?
Yeah, we got a couple of them, so we're pretty busy, but it's good. It's a great business to make magic and get people excited about it. People like yourself, You obviously want to take the time to do it and do it right. So, that says something about you. So, what kind of work are you doing? What do you do?
Well, it's complicated. I'm a computer engineer by profession. I was a nuclear engineer, computer. I kind of lost my mind a little bit. And in '99, I thought I was Jesus. I thought I was God or something, And you ever see the movie The Truman Show?
Yeah, great movie.
Okay, so I think that to take the word Truman, break it up into two syllables, true man, right? I think it's the Truman Show. It's based on a true man, and I'm the guy. And I sort of went off on this tangent, and it's kind of a rough story, but I started getting into magic because I thought I was God. I started believing in His powers, right? And I started actively getting all the DVDs from magicians. I have most all of them out there, and I could swear that what they're doing is real. That they've got some real stuff going on, and this is what I call godly powers. This is what I call real magic. Would you have any insight on? Do you believe in? Do you believe it? I went to a David Copperfield, and they'll mention, use the mind to do anything you want, and that's precisely what I believe, that you can do that. Any insight on that?
Oh, that's a very fascinating topic, which I wish I knew more about. I have probably a similar interest in that as you, but it's always been a fascinating topic, which it's very limited information on. So definitely worth looking into. So, but yeah, I can appreciate your interest in such a thing.
I mean, do you believe in real magic?
Well, I believe in a person's decision to believe in it. And I don't mean the person doing it, I mean the person watching it. So it's all about willingness of disbelief. If a person believes in magic, then then it is magic. Or you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But actually, superpowers, I don't know. But it's that's all how we see things. So.
I don't know. As a result of basically, I got a website, mytrumanshow.com, which describes this. But I was declared mentally ill, and now I no longer work because basically people have trouble hiring a guy that thinks the way I do. So I'm actually it's kind of a rough story. It really is a pretty rough road. I'm actually a very talented programmer, but they find out that this guy thinks that he's Jesus, and then they go, well, that's just going to cause too much commotion in the background, and you can't hire him. So I guess what I do now is I guess professionally, I don't get paid much, but I guess I'm trying to be an entertainer, but maybe that's in the magic world. I'm sort of a comedian. I'm kind of a funny guy. So I was talking with Gary Tyson in Mankato.
Sure.
He's a pretty funny guy. So I'm trying to get with people that are doing these shows and maybe explore that realm of the magic comedy. This economy, Gary Tyson's telling me this economy is pretty tough on that though, right now. Especially when I'm having trouble getting a pen trick to work. It's kind of like I've got a tough road ahead of me if I can't get the stupid pen trick working.
Well, no, don't be so hard on yourself. Look, I couldn't handle those directions that were given to you, so if it makes you feel any better, don't worry about it. Those directions are ridiculous. I mean, you're right. It is 25 years ago, they might have fit, but right now, I don't know. We're not a society that can handle that kind of crap. We want videos, and I know what you want. I can appreciate that, so. But, no, so I would say just practice makes perfect a little bit, watch your angles in the mirror, and Larry Cal is a great source for magic. And Gary Tyson, I don't know him. I know he's a customer of ours, and he's got a lot of good insight, too, so maybe he would continually be a good person to bounce some ideas off of, so.
Yeah, do you have the wild illusions there, the stuff, I mean, in order to have a person split in half and start walking around with two separate parts, you carry a mechanical bottom there with a half person that we can buy. You know what I'm saying? It's like a half body. You can borrow somebody. Some of these tricks are just absolutely amazing that you see, and people's explanation of this is that somebody literally has a half body. There's somebody that's living that has a half body, and then they use a mechanical bottom. And
They just use like a mannequin's feet with the same matching shoes, and they push them in the box. But your best bet is to visit Larry Callow on that. A lot of people just make their own, or you can pay out the nose and have somebody build you one. But in the end, it's like rubber feet with fake shoes, with matching shoes. And in terms of the illusions themselves, there's a lot of great resources.
okay.
There's a lot of books, and there's prints you could use to build it if that's something that interests you. We mainly stick to the close-up magic. We make a few holler and stage things, but the core of our business is the stuff you can put in your pocket. That kind of go anywhere, anytime.
They used to have this this show on channel which was Illusionist, Master of Illusion or something. It was every week it was on. Now this year it wasn't on. It wasn't on this year. I absolutely just adored watching magic. I really can't get enough because I'm such a believer in it that if it can be real, we could actually be going to Mars, Mars.
Well, let's not confuse the two topics. There's definitely a difference between the two. You're simply doing a scientific puzzle with a story of mystery behind it, and that's what magic. That's the magic products we make. That's most of the magic out there. Now, if you want that other stuff, it's different. It's not the same. But you can convince somebody, though, it is the same. And that's what a lot of people do in the magic world. But, the possibilities are limitless. So keep that in mind as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Rob. Thank you for the video. Appreciate it very much. I'm so glad you called back. Thank you. Yeah, if you got any tricks that can saw a woman in half, and I cannot go to prison for 20 years, that you let me know about that trick.
Don't worry, you have a good night. But check with Larry on that. He's a better resource than we would be as well.
Okay.
So, all right, you have a good night.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
How's things going?
Good. We're staying another night up in Black Duck because of the weather back home. So.
Oh, where are you at right now?
We're up in Black Duck, north of Bemidji.
What's up there?
Ice fishing.
Yeah. Okay.
So, with the girls, we're not ice fishing, but the guys. We're just doing girl stuff.
So you're probably busy. I'll just chat quick here. I last night it was this interesting scene. I'm at karaoke over in the Morton Bar, right? And
Okay.
And I meet this. I'm just singing for 3 hours. This guy's. Anyways, at the end, this guy comes up with his sister, and starts talking with her. Says, "Hey, are you in a band, man? Because you're like awesome, right?" And I'm like, no, I got to make some money at this. I spend money on my voice. I need to make up for. I certainly should be getting into a band, It's like, oh yeah, you should, no doubt. And then he's like, well, why are you here? I said, well, I moved back to Redwood. And he's like, and then I kind of told. He didn't know who I was. And then the transformation started occurring, and this was pretty funny. I said, oh, I know Tim Nesberg. This guy's a fireman. His name is Robinson. He's actually his best friend of Shocker, right?
Jason Shocker. Yep.
Yeah, and you should have seen the whole face transform, because when I told him who I was, and then he realized, oh, it's Steph and Steph's dad. So he knew everything about our family. And I don't even know who this guy is, really. Robinson, is that Jeremy Robinson's brother?
No,
okay.
He's the oldest, I think. Matt. His name is Matt.
Okay, yeah, Matt, yeah. And but it was just an amazing transformation of, wow, this guy's a stud muffin. I want to hook him up with my sister. And this was really, it was literally a setup at the end of the night. They were like, let's see if we can get this guy to hook. It was funny because right after they found out who I was, it was like the fucking plague had hit them. And they were out of there. They were out of there so quick. It was funny. You had to have been there to see this. I mean, this is the legacy that I continue to. Oh my God! It was just funny because she was interested in me. He was interested in setting her up. Of course, she's kind of a. It was just. We were doing the introduction to.
Which sister? Who was the sister?
Robinson.
Jackie?
Robinson has 3 sisters, he said, and 2 of them.
Oh, he does. Okay.
And she was blonde. She was pretty.
I only know one of them.
This one was pretty chunky, so but I didn't catch the name. I just thought it was amazing how quick, as soon as they found out who I was, how quickly they vanished.
Yeah. Sorry. That's too bad.
What age is this Matt Robinson? What age was he?
He was younger than Jason Shocker.
Okay.
So probably graduated in '93.
Oh, I see. So he's young.
Is my guess. Quite a bit younger, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I tell you, man, it's not good for the old. It was interesting to see what the impression I can give on somebody, and then the opposite would occur. How repulsive I am when they find out who I actually am. That was just. It's kind of like a manic, depressive kind of for a bipolar. It's kind of like, oh yeah, you rock, man. You need to be in a band, and then all of a sudden they find out who I am, and it's like, oh, they didn't really say anything. They just kind of got out of there real quick.
well, people don't know what to say, Chris. They just don't know what to say. So then it's just better to walk away than say something offensive or that would hurt feelings. Or, I mean.
Well, I mean, what is there to say? I don't even know what there is to say. It's just
right.
They didn't say anything. I'm just saying I don't know what there is to say. It's just the way they did it. It was just they were just extremely repulsed, and I don't exactly know what that is, but I just thought it was. I thought it was.
Or do you think they were just uncomfortable? I mean.
It was repulsed. Whatever methodology. I don't know what the reason is, but
right.
It could just be that we're a roller and that he doesn't like, or that the whole roller clan is, nothing good with the entire roller clan. So it could have slapped the entire roller clan, but it's probably just a dig at me. I don't know. But like I said, I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah. Well, just remember the beginning part because that was the cool part. Let the rest go.
Oh, it was it was all cool. It is just
okay.
It is interesting. It was like a manic high to a manic low. It was just
yeah.
And it's just I may it's weird. People don't recognize me anymore. I guess in the area they don't understand. Because I'm not getting out too much, but it also the legacy that I live. It almost indicates I need to get out of the area again. I need to go to someplace, and I don't know. I wouldn't mind trying someplace warm,
Yeah. I think you should go with that then.
Yeah.
The disadvantage is that then we don't get to see Nicole and Dylan in the summer or whatever, but
Yeah. Anyway, so I just was gonna. I'll let you go here. You get probably. I don't know.
Okay. Yep.
Are you
All right.
Are you gutting fish? Or?
We're sitting down for eat. We're gonna eat lunch here. So.
Are they catching a lot of fish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did okay yesterday. They caught about 25 perch or something. Enough for a decent meal for a group. So.
Cool.
Yeah, they're having a good time, and our weather up here is great. But down there, it doesn't sound so good at all.
Oh yeah.
right?
How many hours away are you?
5.
Oh, 5 hours away.
We're,
Goodness.
we're north of Bemidji.
Yeah, I don't know where that's at. So.
Yep.
All right.
Bemidji's north of Brainerd.
Okay.
So, yep.
All right, I'll let you go.
All right. Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye.
11 dash what?
502. 50.
502?
Yep.
Okay, that's on your cases against the state of Minnesota?
Yeah. I'm confused by this. It says something to the effect of, there's a page that says out-of-state personal service, and then there's something written in here.
Government agency?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have government agencies personally.
Why is that written in there? Why is that handwritten in there?
I had wrote in there so you know why. It says personal service.
Okay, I didn't see this, and I already delivered the summons via certified mail.
Uh-huh.
So I guess my question is, will that be okay?
I don't know. That would be up to the judge to determine, and I don't know if that would be okay. I can't answer that.
Can I ask? It seems not official by the scribbling in of this document that's on a out-of-state or personal service. Is there a statute that says that state agencies have to be personal served?
I think it's case law that has that says you should be supposed to have a personal service in a government agency. So to err on the side of caution, we do recommend that parties do personal service. If you choose to do it a different way, it's your case, do what you choose. But then it's up to the judge to determine if your service is proper or not. We had this research by our presiding judge, and his law clerk did a lot of research on it, and that was our recommendation. So.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So just caught me off guard here a little bit. And it's in Ramsey County Courthouse, right? It's going to be held.
The two cases against the state of Minnesota are being heard at the Ramsey County Courthouse.
Okay, but it's still a Hennepin case. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So, okay. The other option is to, what's it called? Delay the hearing so that I get personal service. It's just that I don't have the serve paper anymore. Should I just go there? It's on next Thursday. Just go there and find out what they say, or what? I'm a little confused right now what to do here. There's a word for the delay process. Anyways.
Continue?
Continue it. Yeah.
I mean, you could certainly go there and ask the judge to see what happens. I think maybe worst case scenario would be if your case is dismissed, you'd have to refile and start over. But I don't know. That will be up to the judge to decide.
Okay. Okay. Well. Okay.
And did you file your affidavit of service yet?
I was that's when I just found this out. I was getting ready to mail it in here, and I realized that I didn't see this. So I'll now that's a question. I'll be mailing that to you, right? The Hennepin County, mail it to you. Okay. So I will mail you the certificate of service of the certificate of service by mail.
I'll keep a copy for when I go to the courthouse. All right, I'm just sorry. I'm a little bit flabbergasted here. I this caught me off guard here. Okay, so I'll be mailing that in here today then.
And I even checked on the claim form. I know there's an echo. I don't know if you're recording this phone call or not, but there's an echo. I don't know if you can hear it.
It's my. Do I have the right front mic? I don't know. I'm using Skype, so sometimes it's got an echo in it.
But on the claim form at the bottom, under special service, I did also check personal service.
Yeah, I
sent you the instructions for personal service and a handwriting, because that is one of the exceptions. As a government agency, we do recommend that you personally serve them.
Yeah, I noticed
so
that.
You can always go to court and you can see what the judge determines on that service piece, but make sure you file your affidavits of service.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that checkbox for the personal service.
Sure.
Just now is what, like 2 minutes before I called you. What was I going to say? Oh, is there any reason why you didn't check the form for the certificate of service? Is there any reason why you didn't check off the personal service? Because that would have made it pretty clear. It says
typically I veer away from marking anything on somebody's fileable document. I would not personally write on somebody's their affidavit portion of something, so that's why I didn't do it.
Okay, well that would have made it easier to spot. This was a little bit okay, so you marked in the case number. I guess it just would have been nice clearing that up a little bit.
The caption's different than what you're sworn in under, so I typically don't. And then the affidavit of service, wasn't it just personal? Or did it have mail on it too?
It's got certified mail, and I was just getting ready to check that, and then I just researched all, and I found out all about this confusion here, and oh boy, so instead of getting a case dropped, they could ask for a continuance.
You could, and it's always up to the judge to determine
what
the ruling will be on that.
So I could ask for, right now I could ask for a continuance, but you're recommending just go to the case and just figure it out then?
You can, because we typically don't continue cases for service, but you can go to court and you can ask the judge to see what the judge says.
Okay, well, I literally got this thing.
Because there's a lot of different scenarios. So, yeah, I mailed it to you on February 7th.
Yeah, and I got it the 10th or so, and that literally left me. It's been 12 days. It takes a little while to serve, it's an extra, $75 to do this, right? You understand that, right? That it's
$25 for what?
Well, it's going to cost.
For personal service?
Yeah, for the personal service.
Oh.
It's just that.
That's if you pay for somebody to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Well, it's kind of a late notice for just 3 weeks. I guess 7th to the 7th to the 3rd. Less than a month to get it served. I guess that's enough time.
Well, I sent it to you as soon as I knew what the court date was. So that's the court date I was given, and I mailed it to you within the same day or the next day to give you as much notice as I had. So,
okay.
Just so you know, I didn't sit on it.
No.
As soon as I knew about it, I sent it to you.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's just. But you said that I can't continue this thing right now because you can't continue for personal service, and yet there's really been not enough time
to really, sometimes it takes, some personal servers takes a month, they say, to deliver. So, are you sure about that you can't continue based on service?
Well, let me look into it, and I can try to give you a call back. What's your phone number?
507-637-0918. So let me see here.
And a request for continuous does have to be within in writing.
I'm sorry, say that again?
A request for continuous will have to be done in writing. So I can let you know if that's even if that's going to be a possibility. But
I mean,
you wanted to serve it because you did it by certified mail and not by personal service.
I mean, this form is just, it's on a form that says out-of-state personal service, and then you write in.
I mailed it to you, so I know what it is.
No, I know.
I know what it is. I mailed it to you. I tried to make it as clear as I could for you. And I mailed it to you as soon as I knew the court date. So let me look into this and call you back.
Yeah,
Okay?
it's just confusion.
Right.
There's confusion here.
Okay, I got it.
All right, thank you.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Our continuance requests need to be received 5 business days before the hearing. So it would have to be by end of the day tomorrow, which would be receive something in writing from you requesting a continuance. And then I could see if Ramsey County would entertain your continuance request. So I need to have something in writing from you. And we do require those 5 business days before the hearing. And that would be end of the day tomorrow.
Well,
You don't count the day of court.
It almost seems like, we've had, I've talked with you about my frustrations with the legal system, and it almost appears this is just, this whole thing here is just a way of getting the state to not get any answers done. I just want to get some answers by the state concerning court documents they threw out. When I submitted the certificate of service to the state, I gave them an affidavit. I said, listen, just tell me, I'll just voluntarily dismiss this thing if you just sign these documents and mail them back to me. They haven't done that yet. I'm just trying to get some answers, and it appears to be there's a runaround here, and that you scribbled in.
Well, I wasn't exactly sure how we would do a continuance request. It is being sent to Ramsey, but we have to do the same. So it's still our case. It's still follow everything here that we would do. And our normal practice is, if somebody requests a continuance, it has to be 5 business days before the hearing.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what to do here, because
I would tell anybody who had a court date here the same information. I'm not telling you anything different. I wouldn't tell any other of the 10,000 filings we get here a year. So, I apologize if you don't think that
right.
this information I is clear enough, but I don't know what else I could have done.
I'd like to settle this out of court. Is it possible that I could get the state to ask, give some sworn statements, so that, like I said, I'd voluntarily dismiss this thing and not do this if I could just get some sworn statements back that nobody's doing anything fishy in my cases. Is it possible to make that happen without taking them to court?
I would not have any authority to speak on behalf of the state of Minnesota like that.
Well,
and I'm just the supervisor of one division in the county of Hennepin, and the state is pretty big, and I can't tell you what they would do. Well,
I'll tell you what's been happening is that I ask everybody questions, and they don't want to respond until I take them to court, and then they complain and moan like little babies that I'm taking them to court because I'm just a troublemaker, and I just ask them for these statements up front, because I guarantee you if I go there I'm there on Thursday, I guarantee you they're gonna like bring up all this crap. Oh, look at this roller, he's constantly suing people and it's weird. It's like these little babies, and it appears that I'm getting a runaround here on this statement. You have to understand this document here. It's on an out-of-state personal service. You have scribbled in or government agency for an out-of-state personal service.
And I was telling you, I put that in there just so you know why you had to do personal service, because it's a government agency. Because you did your filing via mail versus in person. If you were in person, I would have told you that. But since it was by mail, and I have to mail it back to you, that's why I hand wrote it in, so that you would know why.
Jessica, my point is, you have hand scribbled in a statement on an official document. That's what I'm talking about. That you have modified a document.
It's an instruction sheet, sir, that quite frankly, I have the rights to modify, because I, as a supervisor of this division, have the rights to modify it to give out to customers so they do get the right information. So it's not like I modified an official court document. It's an instruction sheet that is limited to Hennepin County that we give out to our customers to help guide them. It's a procedural information sheet, and I understand your situation. If you're asking for continuance, please have it in my office before end of the day tomorrow, or if you're going to show up in court next week, then you can ask the judge at that time. Whatever you choose, it's your decision, it's your case. And I think that's it, because I don't have anything else I can give to this conversation.
Okay, well, I'm sorry if I'm annoying you, but
You're going around and around, and I can't change the answer. The answer is, if you want a continuance, if that's what you really want, and if you want to request it before the hearing, our office protocol is 5 business days before the hearing, we have to receive something in writing from you.
Could I have that court case number, that the case law that made it? In other words, it must be just a fresh case that it hasn't even gotten into a statute yet.
And like I said, it's just how we direct people to be on the safe side. We tell them to personally serve it. So if you choose not to, then that's up to you, and then you can see if the judge feels that that's good service or not. The judge may think it's fine service. I don't know. But our presiding judge, Judge Swenson, office researched it, and that's what they said how we should direct people to serve it, to be on the safest side. And we always on the side of caution, so that you don't come to court and say this isn't proper service.
Yeah, well, on the caution of safe, you've delivered this to me less than a month before the court dates, and the safe is that when you do personal service, it takes 2 to 4 weeks to get it actually served. I mean, on the safe side, you should have been a court date in April or May for a personal service like this.
And I didn't set the court date; it was just given to me. So, like I said, I didn't set the court date. It was what was given to me, and I mailed it up to you right away, so you could have as much time as I could possibly give to you.
It looks like I am going to get this thing dismissed without getting any answers again. And I've been asking the whole time. I guarantee you, you walk in there with me on Thursday, and they are going to complain and moan like little babies. This is what and they're going to say, "What a troublemaker!" And then the judge is going to dismiss it, and probably with prejudice. And I got no answers from this. And then it's bloody. It's an amazing process. I have to say, this is an amazing process. And this document here about this personal service, this is just completely caught me off guard. I thought this was an option. I just thought this, hey, if you do personal service, here's what you do. And I didn't realize, because on the one form, you didn't check off the personal service, so it's all confusion here. So anyways, I know I've repeated myself again, but it's just, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. And it looks like that the state's going to give me no answers. I'll just predict what's going to happen. They're going to give me no answers. They're going to cry like little babies about what I'm doing. And I'm going to get no answers. It's going to get dismissed, maybe with prejudice. And then I'm going to ask again the state for these sworn statements, and they're not going to give the answer. And then I'm going to be completely out of nowhere because I cannot file anymore. I cannot resubmit the case unless I take it to district court. And then I was just trying to do this without going through an 8-month process. You understand what I was doing here, right? I mean, oh my God, I cannot believe what's going on here.
They have court here on Thursday?
It's a week from Thursday.
Oh, a week from Thursday. And we said Thursday. I thought you were talking about. Yeah.
It's on Thursday, a week from Thursday.
Well, can't you just write, put a request for continuous in writing and send it to me? If you do it by mail, it's not going to be here in time that you can fax it, but then you say $25 fax fee. So, those are your options, I guess.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I kind of want to get it out of the way. I want to do it, but I don't want to get it dismissed because we have to.
I just can't guarantee what will happen at the court date. I have no idea what the judge will say. That's up. I mean, it could be many different scenarios, and I just don't know what will happen.
Part of me wants to just, I want to get it done. That's kind of why I wanted to do it this way, instead of taking it to district court, and then I could sue for more. But it's just it's an 8-month or a year process, and I'm just trying to get some answers. I just want some sworn statements, and I'm getting none. It's how frustrating can this be? God, nobody wants to talk. Take them to court. Nobody wants to talk there. It gets dismissed. Take it to appeals court. Nobody wants to talk. It gets dismissed there. You're freaked out when it's just, the system is dangerous. It's just I don't want you to freak out again, but it seems like it's made to piss everybody off. It's just made to make it.
Right. I understand you're frustrated, but if you, this wasn't sure because this was like a conflict case between Hurdle and Ramsey, and I just double checked with my boss, and basically they treat it like any other continuance that was in our office, and a continuance request we must receive within, we tell everybody, 5 business days before the court date. We just need to get it written right within 5 business days, and you have to serve it within 60 days of us issuing it, and you have to have your affidavit served filed by that time. It was issued February 7th, so we would have still enough time for you to do the personal service. So it's just a matter of you putting it in writing and getting it to me before the end of the day tomorrow.
If I do personal service, who am I serving on? I'm serving on the state of Minnesota. There's no person I'm actually serving. I'm just giving it to the state of Minnesota, which I did in the certificate of mailing. The mailing went there. It got delivered. It's confirmed. I've got a printout, USPS. I mean, there's no person I'm actually serving. I'm just delivering this to the state of Minnesota.
This is your case, and as you know, I'm not a lawyer, so you can take your chances however you want. It's just a personal service is what was suggested that we tell people to do to err on the side of caution for their case.
Who am I personally serving if I serve the state?
I guess the office that you're mailing it to would be somebody in their office. I don't know.
Well, then the USPS has personally delivered it to the state of Minnesota. It's confirmed. I got a printout. I mean, I'll just tell it to the judge. I mean, this is really confusing. I mean.
And if you want to bring in the form that I mailed to you to show us proof that it was confusing to you, go ahead. I don't. That's fine by me. I mean, you could bring that with you as proof to show why it was confusing.
I just want to get some sworn statements. And what a process. Thank you for your time, Jessica.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Like I said, if you get that letter to me, I'll work on it right away and try to do the best I can to help you. I'm not here to not help you. It's just I have to help you like I would help everybody else.
What I'm thinking right now is I'm just going to do it and take my chances. It doesn't seem like I've done anything wrong, but I will.
Well, bring the form with that I sent to you that was just handwritten in. So,
okay.
If you want to do that, go ahead. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Was there echo in this call then? Is it?
Not like that.
All right. Skype has got some issues, but all right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. My shoulder's better. I went to the chiropractor, and it's got adjustments, and it's better. I got an arm sling, got a shoulder brace or wrap coming in the mail. You there?
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't called back. I sent him an email last night, and anyways, usually when they don't respond, usually means they've looked me up and they said, "Oh my God, look what we've got here," and they don't want to respond because, well, there could be many reasons. One could be that I say that I'm God. 2, that I'm disabled, mentally ill. 3, that I sue people. 4, let me see, I think there's a 4th. Well, that I could be dangerous because I'm mentally ill. It could be anyways,
Did you tell me that you want to change your name?
well,
Well,
it's Tony Roller. I'm using Tony.
is that official?
It is legal. I'm sort of using both right now. But,
Which one did you apply?
well, I say I'm the Christopher Anthony Tony Roller.
Well, let's put Christopher Roller. First and last name, Tom.
Right. Let's look that up. How bad could it be?
I have to do some stuff. So what's your new name now?
Even Tony Roller, I just looked it up. It's becoming Tony Roller is becoming aware as Anthony Roller. It wasn't searchable before, but all of a sudden it's becoming. Look up Tony Roller and you'll find. Does it show up?
Tony Roller?
No, it's actually pretty clean right now. It's actually clean when you do a Google
What's
search.
the name you gave at the employee thing?
Well, I'll just 1 second.
What was the name that you applied?
Yep, this is what I was going as. Christopher Anthony Tony Roller.
Christopher Anthony Tony Roller?
Yeah, I'll type it. I'll type it in here.
It's the same thing! It's the same thing!
Well, I was going as Tony Roller, but somebody told me that works with the HR department that I'm lying. He didn't seem to understand that that's actually a legal name. But see, when they look up, if you look up Tony Roller and a job reference, if I give you one of my job references, it'll probably come up with, let me see here. Let me see if that works out. Let me see how that does.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, here, check this. Here,
This is the same name.
check this out. This is, all you gotta do is a search like this. Google search and that turned up Christopher Roller. See, Tony Roller, with one of the job places I've been.
Roller,
Yep.
Concentrate. Listen. What was the motive for changing your name?
Wow, that is an unbelievable search. That somebody can pull that up. I mean, in one just quick second,
Do you hear me?
Tony Roller, covering as Tony Roller, turns into Christopher Roller.
Hello?
Yes, what's up?
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I can't believe it. I mean, I just put in Tony Roller in one of the job places I've been to, and it pulled up.
Can you answer some questions for me?
Yeah,
Why did you change your name? What was the motive?
change from what?
Why did you change your name?
To
What was the motive?
kind of hide a little bit.
Hide. And so, and like, you changed your name to what from what?
To Tony Roller from Christopher Roller. Now, what happened is I changed it back to Christopher Anthony Tony Roller because of this. Because when you type in Tony Roller, GE Medical Systems, Sioux Falls, it comes up with Christopher Roller.
Your full name is Tony Roller.
My full name is Christopher Anthony, and the Anthony and Tony are the same name.
So you basically changed one middle name, right?
I'm using my middle name, correct?
You changed your middle name, right?
Yeah.
How can you hide when you change your middle name?
Well, I was hoping, but it doesn't work out so well.
Listen, your first and last name is what counts. If they're the same, why did you even change the middle name? That's what I'm trying to figure out here.
I actually didn't change the middle name. Anthony and Tony are the same. They're synonymous, you know?
They're not the same.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you know that in U.S., but it's an English thing. It's like Bill and William. Did you know that those are the same name? Bill and William.
Or
Yeah.
passwords incorrect.
Okay, maybe that's not what you're talking about. Here's the yeah, I had to change it to something legal so that I'm not lying. So somebody told me that I'm lying. I'm being deceptive when I use Tony Roller. So I went back, and anyways, they can still look me up. Quick Google search. Next thing you know, I'm turned up. So as Christopher Roller, so I decided let's go with Christopher Roller. Anthony, they can call me Tony if they want, so that.
Tony is diminutive of Anthony.
Yeah, whatever that meant.
Yeah, well, but legally, you're not Tony, you're Anthony.
Tony is legal.
Tony is legal?
Yeah, I got a credit card saying Tony Roller on it.
Yeah, but do you pass checks with Tony?
I got a checkbook. Yeah, with Tony.
What else?
Well, those are the two big ones. It is legal to use your middle name, and I didn't use Anthony because Anthony Rollers was Googleable.
Is it possible for you to change your last name or first name?
Not without doing it through the court system.
Well, by going with the court system, can you do it?
What should I change to? Jesus Christ?
No.
No?
You gotta search deep into yourself.
What should I change to?
Because hiding, just changing the middle name, when someone searches someone, is with the first and last name. Almost every time. So, you like change nothing because it's Chris Roller, you know? It's the same name. They go first, you search Chris Roller. If they want something more specific, maybe they'll search the whole name. There's a lot of Christopher Rollers, but the ones that have more Google attention is you, right? Right?
Yeah, the thing is if I change my name, say let's change it to John Doe.
Newman, the Newman, Newman, for the last name, and first name, Adam Newman, the new man. Ah, say. I don't know, I'm just pulling out ideas.
Yeah. Here's say were to do that, it would literally be within 6 months. It would be up there on the web. It would be up there. Formerly Christopher Roller. I can almost guarantee you it. Within 6 months.
Okay, I'm going to search this Toner Roller GE thing, see what pops up. Let's try this.
I guarantee you it because I don't know. That Google engine is nasty, man. It's smart, you know.
Damn. Slow down. I sent a message to Paris Hilton, by the way.
Yeah, tell her. Ask her if I can get 5 minutes with her. And how exactly are you pulling this off with the celebrities? Pulling off?
I know a lot of things.
What, you got a big crank and the rumors are getting around, or what?
What?
You got a big crank and the rumors are getting around, right?
That the rumors getting around?
Yeah, about your big crank.
The big crank?
Yeah, that's your package. Oh, you never heard that? That's slang. I don't know what. Terminology. Yeah, they call it. We must have about 100 different words for the penis, and one of them is crank.
In Portugal, the package, I think, would be the woman's belly.
Oh, okay. See, it's a terminology, language barrier here we're approaching. Isn't that such a weird phrase? A crank, like you would on a tractor, you know, on the front end. You know, we come up with some weird names for that. I don't even know where that. But
so you think he's not giving me a job because of the name?
That's why everybody's not giving me a job. It's because of the name.
But I mean, if you would just live a normal life without all those fucking messes you get into, it's just how do you say it? It's a cumulative. It's oh shit. It stores up. And companies don't want and like bad publicity, and they won't like someone suing you. I googled Tony Roller Medical Systems falls, but it's not showing up. It did show up, Christopher Roller.
It's a people profile, right? People?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like, you know, and the same thing, if I change to Adam Newman, and within 6 months, probably a year, that you search that, Adam Newman, it would come up with formerly Christopher Roller. I almost guarantee you it would be out there. I don't know how it would be, but it was just, that's
No, but when I click here, when I get in this site,
Yep.
there's lots of Christopher Rollers.
Yep. Well, just search for the one.
Christopher Anthony Roller.
Well, you just doesn't take very long to find the one that.
Burnsville, Minnesota. Did you have the interview with him? Yet? With the employer? Hello?
Say that again.
Have you had an interview yet? With our employer? Hello?
No, it didn't even get to that. It was on, over the phone talking with him, and it was.
Just tell him that you work for GE medical stuff.
I think that's why he wanted me, because I've had experience with that.
Yeah. And you didn't mention anything else, right? You didn't hint at anything else, right?
No, I didn't tell him anything. It's just they find this out and they don't want to talk to me again. It's just, no matter how many times I email, I mean, I'll try emailing him again, but I will try emailing him again, but he's not going to want to respond.
Tell him, hey, I'm, ask or say something along the lines of, hey, I really like to work for your company, or I really needed a job right now. I want to change my life, or like if he knows that, you just say something like, yeah, I used to do a comic site, a kind of internet stand-up. You know, basically, you have to label it as a joke. You know what I mean? Like a stand-up comedy. I don't know if you're understanding what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, that I had some entertainment sites, and that I'm, you know, trying to get started again, doing something else. I mean, if I had a regular job, it definitely would curb all that whatever you call it, creativity or whatever that other world would kind of like go away.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it showed your face even. Yeah, it showed your face at the people. This one was interesting. There's also a few other sites that are paid.
I look at the profile. I mean, these people that, you know, they say, you know, be careful of the profile you put on Facebook or something, right? But it is, you know, who'd I'd like to meet. It is, you know, I've got, look at the profile on that people.com thing. Comes up with my MySpace page. And,
you have a MySpace page?
Yes, I do. Well, look at the people. If you click in the profile link.
What section of it? I'm in your profile link. Where? It says all kinds of stuff. Publications, archives, quick facts. mystified by professional magicians, so he sued David Blaine and David Keller.
Where is it? Send me the link. Where did you come up with that? Let me see here.
I was mystified by professional magicians, so he sued David Blaine and David Keller. Strange cosmos.
What? Let me see it.
Christopher Waller is God. Christopher Waller is the Director of Advocacy and State Health. Christopher is the original Vice President of American Cancer Society. Well, there's the father. My talent show. Well, I have to go. They called me a long time ago.
I'm trying to find out where you come up with
No,
that.
we'll talk later, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.
Hi, this is Jessica Ryer, Court Operations Supervisor in Hennepin County Conciliation Court. I am not able to take your call at this time, so please leave me your name, telephone number, and a brief message, and I'll return your phone call as soon as possible. Thank you and have a great day.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, Jessica. Chris Roller. In continuation with our conversation yesterday, I was wondering if I could get the case number, and if you would, the actual order in the case, which made case law for the personal service of the state. And you made mention that you do this for everybody, not just me. I question that. So if you would you please make a sworn statement indicating that you've scribbled in that document, you've scribbled in with 10 other clients. With 10 other clients, you don't have to name who those are, but just a sworn statement indicating that you've done that with. You probably have 10 clients today that are suing the police or something, cases today. So if you would make it like 50. As of yesterday, you've had 50 cases where you've scribbled in that change. And please send me the case number, the actual paragraph or the page, the couple pages that indicates that this is case law. Appreciate it. I'll be. I'm concerned that there's just going to be another way for the state or for another case to get dismissed, and it seems fishy. So I just want to make sure that everything's sworn from now on. So we don't need to talk too much, but I'll be asking for sworn statements if this gets dismissed because of that scribbling. Thank you. Bye bye. My number is 507-637-0918. Thanks. Hello?
Mr. Roller?
Yes, hi.
Hello, it's Jessica Ryer. Hennepin County Conciliation Court calling you back. I'll make this quick. I do not do sworn affidavits or statements for people who call. That's not something that we do here. If the judge that hears your case wants me to do a sworn statement as to something to make a decision in the case, if she requested it, I would certainly do one and give it to the judge. But I do not just do sworn statements. That's not something we do. And as I said before, this is a suggestion, direction we've always given people. We don't, I think you're under a wrong assumption that we have a lot of defendants that are government agencies, and we don't. Most of our parties are pro se suing businesses or another pro se party. So I don't have 50 cases I go back and research for you as examples, but our cases are public, and you could go and research it on your own if you went to our state court website, but that's not something I will research for you. And I think that was the three things.
All right. I mean, what I'm asking for is just an affidavit. It's I mean, a sworn statement. You've heard of.
And I'm not doing a sworn
Okay.
statement.
You've heard of the legal system, right?
Yeah, I work for the legal
That's
system. I've heard of it.
That's kind of a joke. But, I mean, I would think that it would be easy for you guys to make legal statements, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I mean,
Well, I mean, the answer is no. So, I mean, you can say whatever you want to say, but the answer is still no. And I've already told you what your options are. And if the judge wants me to do some kind of sworn affidavit or statement that I hand wrote on one of our internal instruction sheets, I will certainly do that one for the judge if the judge asks me for that. But we don't do that for parties who call in.
well, yesterday you had made mention that you're not singling me out, and I understand you scribbled something in there, and I just want to make sure that I'm not being singled out. But
You're not.
I just want to make sure that I understand I could just believe you, or I could ask for sworn statements, which I assume you're part of the legal system. It'd be pretty easy for you to do. In other
It'd
words,
be easy for anybody to do a sworn statement, but I'm not going to do a sworn statement. If I'm directed to do so by a district court judge, I would do that, but I don't do those for people who just call and ask for them. That's not something we do here.
Okay.
It is part of our process where we do, and we have for many years, recommended that people personally serve. If you choose to do it a different way, sir, it is your case, and you can do whatever you choose to do. I can't tell you how to do your case, but I can tell you what the recommendation is to be on the safe side. And that is our recommendation, and if you choose to serve it differently, that's fine, but then that's up to the judge to determine if service is effective or not.
yesterday you had made mention that it's on the side of caution. Your side of caution is going to cost me $75 for a sorting fee.
Okay, you know what, sir? I gave you the instructions with the information on it. I'm not going to have this discussion with you anymore. I'm sorry if you didn't read the directions that I sent to you and asked me about it before you served it. But I gave you the right information with the right instructions to serve them personally. If you had questions, you should have called me before you served it. So,
I did serve it. I served it.
yes,
just
if
fine.
you had a question, though, about the instructions I gave you, you should have asked me before you served it, not after. I gave you the right instructions.
Can you send me the case law, the court case that occurred?
I don't have anything to send to you.
You see what I'm saying? I think you're lying. That's what I'm saying. I think you're lying. Or the judges, whatever your instructions were, is all a part of a farce. So I'm just asking to prove it to me. That's why the sworn statement would be approved. I'm willing to believe that, and I'm willing to believe this case law. I'm willing to believe it, but I have to see it. And that's all I'm asking. I'm just asking for proof. That's all.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any proof like that to send to you. I'm sorry.
It's okay if it's okay if I accuse you of lying, right? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking for is proof.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think our conversation will end now, but have a good day.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, Dale, Chris Roller.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
You kind of know. You know, not being able to see your kids, it's going to be driving you crazy, too.
Oh, my God, I've been dealing with it. You know, the first 6 months didn't really hit me, and it was after that I realized that, hey, this is a permanent deal, you know?
I hope mine's not permanent, but, yeah. We did a Skype. Are you on Skype?
Skype, yes. Is it echoing or what?
No. I mean, when you talk to your kids, I got a Skype account yesterday and talked to the kids, and it's so much better with the kids because they can see you, and you can see them too, which is great, but then they can really be the kids they want to be.
Oh, it's absolutely...
Instead of being on phone.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, for my situation, literally I can talk to them face-to-face in a visual in just minutes, and that is always a nice relief. So
you do have it, yeah, because I used it for the first time yesterday. I hadn't used it before, and it was wonderful to be able to see the kids face-to-face, and they can see me, and it's much better, especially with kids when you don't really know what they're saying, and they want to show you something, or whatever it is. It's a wonderful thing. So anyway, if you've got it, then you know. It's a great thing.
Yeah, so you're able.
So what's going? That helps.
You're able to talk to them once or twice a week, or?
So far, once a week, but I'm working on getting it so when the kids want to call me, as long as I'm home, or if they can call my phone, or if I'm home in the evening, which I'm always home in the evening, they could Skype me, and it would be great to have them be able to say, hey, I want to talk to Dad. Great. then boom, because it's free too. It's not like it costs anybody anything. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Last time we talked, I was kind of babbling, and it was kind of like, I didn't really get out what I was trying to say properly, and it kind of maybe came off in a bad way, or as just like when it's initially. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it too much anymore, but I just want to say that I didn't quite. It would have. I meant to flavor it a little better than what I was saying. How sometimes you don't quite get it out right, and it's. But got a few questions. Is that okay?
Sure, I may or may not be able to answer them. Go ahead.
That's fine. I saw your Facebook, and I was wondering why the pictures of Stephanie are gone. Or they were gone, or something. Maybe I haven't looked lately, but it seemed like it's just a question I think I was wondering about.
The reason I took those down on the 1st of November when she wanted the divorce.
Okay. Just curious.
When it became official that we went to the courthouse and signed papers together. If she wanted to be single, I was like, okay, that's what she wanted. And so that's when I took her pictures off my Facebook.
Okay. All right.
And now I can't put them really back up. Well, I don't have my computer anymore, so I don't even have them. I can't even put them back on if I wanted to.
You mean that somebody got your computer?
The police have it.
The police have it. Oh.
Yeah. They and my hard drive, all my photos. They have everything.
Another question. Did Steph? She wasn't emailing me in times of when you guys are having trouble, and she included everybody on the email list except for me. Do you have any indication why that would be? Was it just...
No. I could only speculate because she never said any. She didn't tell me who or she was or wasn't emailing Chris, so I don't know the answer to that.
I mean, if anybody ever brought up anything like, if anybody ever said something like, oh, your brother Chris is a mentally deranged idiot, what would Steph say? Would she defend me? What was her philosophy?
No, she would. Well, no, she never said that about you. No, that's not how she dealt with how she thought of you at all, Chris. She knew. I believe that she truly loved you as the brother that you and sister that you guys were, and the fact that she knew that you had problems with Aaron, and she knew you had your problems with Ramona, and basically that's what I would hear with you. But as far as the world in general, you were just her brother, so that it never came across any other way than that.
Yeah.
She never said anything like that about you. I mean, nothing derogatory.
If Aaron would have said something derogative about me to Steph, would Steph have defended me?
I wouldn't have heard about it. She? I don't know, because she wouldn't have told me.
Okay. And I guess the same thing with Mona, but...
Yeah. She wouldn't have told me. Only, because the personal things between her... and it wasn't even between her, it was between you and I would just hear that, you guys are having a fight, and I just know that would be the fact, it wouldn't go any further than that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a perspective. I question whether she wasn't emailing me because she maybe felt bad. Well, I'm not sure if I was an adored brother who she felt embarrassed about the fact that her life is breaking up. And didn't want to...
well, she cut out a lot of people in her life, that didn't... She wasn't answering a lot of people. Not just you, Chris. I wouldn't take it personally.
Yeah, well, I'm just... Yeah, okay, well, I mean, it is strange that she's emailing the entire family except me.
I'm not even aware of that. I don't know who she did or didn't email. I mean, that was her business completely.
I thought of something. A sworn statement is, you know, I talk with people, and they say, you know, I question what you're saying, Chris. Would you mind swearing to it? And they don't mean swearing in front of a Bible. They mean swearing it under oath. Is it?
Okay.
And I thought about it. Go ahead.
Why would they want you to do that?
Well, because they think I'm lying.
Well, you know, if it's not, it just seems like if you can't have trust between you and whoever you're talking to, then why are you talking to them?
Well, I'm trying to earn their trust by saying, listen, I'm not going to hose you over in a sort of a business deal or something.
Right. I would think at that point, any business deal that I've ever had, if it got to the point where you actually were talking about whether they trust you or not, then they don't trust you, and they never will.
Well,
That's human nature. It's human nature for people to go, they either get you and they trust you, or they don't get you, and it's not that they don't trust you, but people that don't get you, they don't get the who you are. They're like, they don't want to deal with it. And once they start talking about, I would rather have that written down or a sworn statement. What your relationship with that person is not going to go anywhere anyway.
Well, they are a customer. I'm trying to get their business.
Right. You probably never will. Unless you really think it's, you know, if you think a sworn statement's going to make you get that account, get that business, well then, do you have anything to lose by doing it?
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm willing to do it. That's what I'm saying. Now,
Yeah.
but the thought is, it's the legal system. That's precisely why you're in court, because that's the best way we have of finding out information and finding out the truth. What I'm going to ask you, that you've told me that you did not kill Steph. Will you be willing to make a sworn statement about that on a piece of paper?
Well, sure, but you know, I would have to talk to my attorney about it. I absolutely would do it. Whether I should do it legally or not, I don't know. But you know, yes, Chris, I absolutely swear that I had nothing to do with whatever it is that happened to her. I have my theories. I've told them to you. All I know is what I know I didn't have anything to do with it, but I don't know what happened. I'm just as freaking lost as everybody is on this. But I'm the circle of I'm the center of attention.
Yeah. Hey, I could get a document. I'll make a Word document up here, and I'll email it to you, and you can look it over with your lawyer. It would just mean a lot to me, and it would mean a lot to everybody in our family. That if you sign this thing, dude, I am way on your side. I will be a total believer. Okay. I mean.
Okay, I understand that, Chris. The only reason I would, before I ever did something like that, because it's such a legal question.
Yep.
That I would definitely have to have my attorney say, hey, this is definitely, because he might say, definitely, no matter what, you just don't get involved with it because you don't know what ramifications. He's dealt with these things before. You know, whether it could be, it could potentially be a horrible thing for me. I don't know why it would. I wouldn't understand why, but as an attorney might have a different perspective.
Right. I mean, you're swearing to me over the phone. But what I'm saying is, if you do it to me in this statement, and like you said, it would just mean a lot. And like you just said, why in the world would we not sign it? Right. That's my question. And so I will. Do you have an email address anymore, or can I get you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you can email it to me.
1 second.
Photos, and it's too big. The full memory of my email isn't always the biggest, so sometimes it can get bounced back.
I will send you a quick document, and you just look it over with your.
I understand. I mean, to a point, I understand. At what's the, I mean, it's paper or my word or whatever. I don't know if that's going to help you or not. I mean,
well,
it's just,
the word actually, the oath, the courtroom is the reason, is the oath. The reason why people get put under oath is that because this now means that you are telling the truth. In other words, what you're saying on the phone up to this point, I could just wash it away and say that it's a lie. But if you told me that under oath that you did not do it, that is a big thing to be standing on. That would be huge. Okay?
Yeah.
That would just be huge. And so just look it over, and it would just mean a lot.
Sure. I just want to be, totally upfront with, oh shoot, somebody else is giving me a call. Can I call you back?
I got to go to bowling, so I'll send you that. I'll send you that documents, and I'll talk to you later. Okay?
All right, bye.
Thanks. Bye. Part of my bad day yesterday was Ramona gives me a call. My sister Ramona gives me a call from the Bahamas. She says, "Yeah, I bought a table for Maria and the kids."
Your sister?
Yeah, my sister bought a table, and I'm like, "Wow, that's got to be kind of weird to. That's got to be kind of a long distance order. Wow." And then she says, "No, well, I'm here. I'm actually here." So she went down to the Bahamas without telling me.
Huh.
She saw my kids without telling me.
Yeah.
And mind you, this is just after I didn't record. See, sometimes I don't record it, but I should have recorded our conversation. But this is just after I just got done scolding Aaron for slipping on down to the Bahamas without telling me. Now, it's not so much a control issue as it is, hey, these people need some things. So what she's doing, she's buying things, or she wants to buy things down there that I would have told her, Ramona, to buy these things before you go down there, if she would have told me that she was going down there. Now see, she's afraid of telling me that she's going down there because I think she's afraid that I'm going to tell her that she can't. And then that's not the case. But what I didn't like is the lack of respect that I got issued. So then I call up my mother, and I say, what? She says, "There's no need to contact you, Chris, about going down there." So I got lack of respect again for my mother about who's seeing my kids. And it's not so much the control issue about my kids, it's the lack of respect
Ramona?
that I'm given. Yeah. So that's what created the bad day yesterday that I was having. And then when you called me, it was shortly after this court problem occurred. So I was writing up the restraining order. I decided, I need to exercise some control. At least I need to find out where my control is. Because it appears that I have lack of respect in my family. I have lack of control of my kids.
Okay, I understand.
And we're going to find out now. We're going to find out soon who exactly is in control of Chris's kids.
Can you put a restraining order against everyone in the family?
That may end up happening.
Towards your kids, I mean. A restraining order preventing them to reach your kids. Can you do that? Is that doable?
A restraining order against everybody?
Like against your brother and your sister, not to see your kids? Is that doable?
One second, Lino. I gotta kind of pee. Yeah, to answer your question, right now it's just going to be the brother, but I'll think about the sister. I want to get some respect in this family because it appears that I've got no respect.
You have to state that to them both.
So I've already stated it many times. Hang on a second. I gotta pee. Okay, I'm back. Hey, Lino, catch this. As a caveat to that, Ramona says, "Yeah, I bought the table, and you remember the $800 that I borrowed from you a while back? I just took that out of there. So in other words, I bought the table."
$800?
Yeah, I loaned her $800, and she says, "Oh, by the way, remember that $800? Well, I used the $300 as part of that payment." So in other words, she decided to make that purchase against what she owed me, and then we call it her gift. That's funny to me.
That's fucked up.
That's funny.
Did you tell your wife that? You should call her up, your wife, and say something like, hey, do you like your new table? Yeah, your sister bought it. I know. But, she bought it with my money. That would be fun.
So, I have this looming. I want to file this. I want to first see if the court will grant me this. And then 2, I want to get the respect and attention that I deserve to be notified whether or not anything needs to go down there. But for the main part, because things need to be brought down to the Bahamas, because stuff costs quite a bit down there. And if you can bring over, like a power strip would cost, she's saying $150 down there.
What's a power strip?
A power strip, yeah, and then a voltage regulator or something would cost $150. Up here, it's going to cost $25.
Wow.
You know? That's what I'm saying. I could have told her that. I was going to tell her to buy some power strips for that place.
What's a power strip?
A power strip is an outlet. You know, the little bar of outlets. What do you guys call them over there? What do you call that?
Let's see here. An electric extension.
Yeah, that's what you call them, yep.
Oh, so that's a power strip. I wasn't relating the wording. These things are cheap. How much for one?
You know, you're looking at $10, $20 here. Down in the Bahamas, you're looking at 40 to 60.
Wow. Well, depends on the power strip.
So you see the problem. I've got some issues here I'm trying to deal with. So you
didn't just say that.
So you just hung up on me.
I was just imagining it.
Well, imagine this: the thought of me and Donna having sex. What do you think about? He hung up again. All right. So you keep hanging up. I take it the visual of Well, you had to go to your toilet and barf? Is that the picture that came to your mind when I did that?
Come on, you should get a girl.
See, this is what I have to. This is why I'm recording this, because this is funny. So, right? No, I should be able to get myself a girl, but there's just none that want me. So Donna's the only one, and
yeah, I'm having the same problem.
Yeah, you know, it's just I'm not wantable because I'm.
But come on, Donna.
Hey, you know the good times. If we when we hang out last time, it was all good times, and you know, simply if it's.
Well, sure, coffee and all that, but you said it yourself that well.
Yeah, well, she nearly killed me. I mean, physically. I mean, my health was.
Dude, words away.
Yeah. Anyways, you gotta go or what?
Yeah, but you know, I've been putting this aside since 1. It's already 4. But yeah, I still have a few hours to do it. Listen.
Well, I've tried to put Donna aside, and nobody else is coming to the plate.
Yeah, I understand that, but you know, certain things you have to put it in iron in your head solidly. Donna aside, or you may die.
Yeah. Huh.
I mean, I don't know. Like, from what I get from you, you know, you could probably do better with someone else. That's the impression that I got.
You're right. I mean, she's right. No, she's bad news in certain aspects, and so I figured out a way. Well, for now, there's a way that as long as we have good times, that's all that matters. I mean, that's all. Then I'll just avoid the bad, and we will.
So you're meeting with her?
Occasionally. When I go to the cities, yeah.
Well, it's your life.
I'll take your advice, but I'm just saying. I mean, I'm anxious to find somebody else, but you know that's not working.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah.
And I'm trying to, you know.
The more time you spend with someone, then it gets worse to separate from them.
Yeah.
It's harder to separate.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's like if Donna was a file, she's still in the recycle bin.
Yeah, I took her out of it. I take her out of it occasionally and put her back in the regular file system for a while, and then.
Never actually deleted. Listen, are you sending an SMS?
Oh no, I'm just tinkering with my cell phone.
Tinkering. What exactly are you trying to do?
I was just hitting the button just because I got some kind of weird thing going on.
Like what?
Well, it's like doing this. For some reason, I did it.
It's infantry.
Hi. My name is Chris Roller. Can I speak to, is there a manager? Maybe are you a manager there, or can I talk to you?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you actually hold? I have another call.
Okay.
1 second.
Hi, can I get your first name, please?
Okay.
My name's Chris. My name's Chris Roller.
Yeah.
I had a discuss. There was an altercation yesterday at the VFW. It concerns. I have sent you guys. Well, I took you to court recently for me being Jesus, and it's not flying too well with people in town. And I was just wondering if we could maybe discuss this with maybe somebody. And that'll be you. Can I get your first name, please?
What? I mean,
Okay.
I'm wondering what you're trying to do.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to resolve this without any threats of violence. It appears I'm trying to keep. Somehow this has gotten out. That lawsuit has gotten out in the town, and I assume it's because people are talking. And I guess I would like to keep our business relationship private, but it's too late for that now. Again, I was basically threatened yesterday, and I just want to. I told somebody that I was Jesus in the bar, and they got really upset about that. I sent a follow-up to the lawsuits in a docket, some papers. And basically, I'm asking for 10. If I get 10 statements, sworn statements that I'm not Jesus, I will stop telling people that. Now, somebody has told me in the courtroom verbally, right after your case, I went the following day in the cities, and somebody did tell me this. Now, so it's possible. I would just like to make sure that this is actually true. I want to make sure that wasn't a fluke. So it is possible for people to tell me that I'm not Jesus and God. I would appreciate if you would do this, if you would, and get about 10 of your buddies and mail it to me. I will stop saying it, because it got people pretty upset here in last night. And are you still with me?
Yep, I'm with
Okay.
you.
Yeah, if you could pass that information on to the management there, that I wish to settle this civilly. That's what the lawsuit's for. If I can allege maybe that the church has got thugs that want to injure me, I don't wish that to happen. I don't want anybody to get injured.
I'm sorry, I don't by any means think that there's any thugs here at the church, or the church would never get thugs to harm you.
Okay, it just it appeared that actually, well, the guy I was talking with, Walter, he works at the VFW. He's not the threatful guy, but there was a couple Indians there. But Walter was married by the pastor there, and he was pretty. He got pretty upset about the Jesus thing. Things got a little out of hand when I told him I was Jesus. So I would like to, if I'm not Jesus, then I would like to be told 10 times on a piece of paper in that form that I sent, and then I'll stop saying it, and then it'll make everybody happy, including me. I would like to know some answers, and that's kind of why I took you to court. But the people that came to the court didn't say anything as well. That's kind of why I take people to court. It's meant to do civilly. That's what a civil suit is for. It's not meant to piss anybody off. Walter last night was making fun of the fact that I have never won a case and never will. But what's strange is the threats of what I do. What I do somehow is threatening to society, despite the fact that I never won a case. It's very odd that I'm such a threat out there in Redwood Falls and in the world. So But I'm looking for answers. I think we all are. If I'm Jesus, I think the world should know. If I'm not, then the world should know. And so I appreciate you helping me out by signing that statement that I sent in the mail. And we'll get this thing all cleared up, okay?
I will have someone. I will relay your message to someone.
Thank you. If you need to call me, my number's 637-0918.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye. In Sioux Falls, was I a little bit out there? I've got this weird thing going on where since I left Sioux Falls, I developed a website saying that I was Jesus or God or something, and was I keeping that pretty hush hush, or was I being kind of out there when I was with you guys in Sioux Falls?
No, you were being pretty hush hush.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were being pretty hush hush.
Yeah, I kind of went, decided not to be so private, and I don't know, just, it's tough to get a job when you've got a website out there like that says that they think you're Jesus,
Yeah.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah, I'll bet it is. Yeah. So, are you working now, or?
I'm studying for some certification, so I'm kind of going back to school online,
Okay.
online stuff, and
Okay.
Okay.
How are you supporting yourself?
Well, I'm on disability.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's good. That's good that you've got something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. I thought about you the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the song that you would sing, from Sting, I think it was, "Take Me Down to the River and Wash my sins away."
Yeah.
Oh, I can't think of the beginning part of it. What was the beginning? How did that song go?
It's by Sting.
I thought that's what it was.
I recognize that. I'm trying to remember what it is. I recognize part.
Yeah. Can't think of the first part of it. But it was, I know part of it was, "Take me down by the river and wash my sins away." Or wash my something away.
Is it a song that I sang in church or what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you sang it at church. Yeah, it was a religious song. It had a message to it.
Oh goodness, what is it?
I can't think of the first part of it.
What is that song? I'm looking it up here on the web as you speak, but it's not coming up right now. So somebody's playing the flute in the background?
Well, that's my granddaughter.
Okay.
Yeah, she's playing the flute. So, excuse me, I got the hiccups here. Yeah, she plays the flute. So, how are your kids doing?
Oh, they're doing pretty good. Pretty good.
You get to see them very often?
Some at Christmas time, I see them in the summer, once or twice a year.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, in the summer it's 2 months, so it's a pretty good run there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, they got to be getting, how old are they now?
Yeah, 13 and 11.
13 and 11. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're going to be getting to the point where they're going to have their own lives here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Well, they're doing well then, huh?
Yeah. So, yeah. You're retired now, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm living with my daughter and my son-in-law and my 11-year-old granddaughter.
Okay. And you kind of help take care of her? She's pretty old now, so you don't have to do much of that anymore.
Well, yeah, you do. You know, you do some
errands and running around and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, and help out,
Yeah.
know.
How are you doing health-wise?
Well, I'm, just turned 69 in September, so there's aches and there's pains that come,
Okay.
and my knees and my shoulder and my kidneys, so.
Your kidneys?
But, yeah, but, doing pretty good.
Are you, have you trimmed down, or are you, how big are you?
Oh, no, I'm about the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Is that what's affecting your kidneys, or what? What's wrong with your kidneys?
Oh, I don't know. I had an infection in there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a while back, and it's just old age. Just old age.
Yeah, well, I'm getting old too. I got a shoulder brace on my shoulder because I bowl too. I do a lot of heavy lifting and bowling, and evidently it's taking its toll on my shoulders. So now I'm.
Oh yeah.
Boy, it sucks. Sucks these aches and pains, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, but that's life.
Have you heard from anybody else in the church group?
No, I haven't. Peter was here for a while, and living in Chicago, and he moved back to South Dakota.
Peter who?
And
Peter?
Peter Finger, and Jenny Finger. I don't know if you remember them.
You mean the one they got married over there? Or?
No, Peter was her son. Jenny and John, they were the older couple.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I talk with Susan Soul every now and then, but that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Susan was the sister of the piano player?
No.
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 Boy, I got them all mixed up.
Oh gosh, I know it's hard to remember who's who. But no, Elaine did not have a sister there. Elaine was the piano player. Terry and Elaine, they moved to Colorado.
Wait. The piano player was the heart surgeon, right? What's her name?
Oh, you're talking about Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also Jenny's daughter.
No, Chris's sister, who's that again?
I could see her. The name isn't coming to me right away. Susie.
That's you said Susie earlier. Is it the same Susie?
Yeah, Susie. Yeah, Susie is the name.
Susie is the one you mentioned earlier, right?
No. Susan is my daughter.
Oh, okay, got it. Sorry,
Yeah.
That's
okay.
I had a Susan, but I got it wrong. Okay, sorry.
Oh yeah, and Susan was somebody who went to Unity. Yeah, Susan Soul.
Okay.
But this one was Susie.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's still around Sioux Falls. But yeah, so she's still around, and geez, I can't hardly think of anybody else. Huh. So, but Chris, the piano player, I don't know where she is quite right now. I know she quit having an office in Sioux Falls and kind of traveled around for a while, and and what she's doing right now and where she is, I really don't know.
Yeah.
But
We called her Christine, right? Or is that right?
yeah, Christine. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting people there. We had the Edibles. The Edibles, how are they doing? They got divorced.
Yeah.
They divorced now, right?
Yeah. Oh, gosh, I can't think of their names either. Edibles. Eric.
Eric, yeah.
Yeah. Eric and, I can't think of her name. But
Yeah.
his name was Eric, yeah.
Yeah, it's, boy, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been,
Yeah.
almost,
Oh,
it's been 9 years now.
This time goes by fast, doesn't it, though?
It is going by quick, goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. It really is. So. We have a dog here who is going blind, a terrier dog who's going blind. So sometimes we have a couple of little issues with her. She gets mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's going blind? Or just completely?
Yeah, she's been real sickly throughout her life. And the last medical thing that happened to her is she got cataracts on her eyes.
Yeah.
She can still see a little, but
Yeah. Wow.
yeah.
That is, yeah. Yeah, I got a friend who, high school friend that, he lives next to a river, you know, and he's got something wrong with his bladder or something, and I think it's related to the fact that he's living next to a river, kind of a lake where builds up of the runoff of farm runoff, you know. It's got all those chemicals in there.
Sure.
And I think he's experiencing problems. They can't figure out what's going on with him.
Yeah.
But he's in all kinds of pain, and I just you know, it's you start thinking of, we were just talking yesterday about health and how, you know, how that works. You know, it makes you start thinking about things again. You know, start thinking about more important things other than, you know, than the old rigmarole of the day. You know, all these pains of every day. But then you start thinking, when health issues start coming up, it's like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you don't feel so bad about your little aches and pains then.
Well, goodness, yeah, he said, yeah, I'd love to switch places with you. You know, I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling him about my issues, and he told me his, and I'm like, oh my God, man.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, never by the grace of God go I, huh? And thank you, God, for where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought of the name of the song.
Oh, what is it?
Show Me the Way.
Oh, Show Me the Way.
Yeah.
Take me tonight to the river and wash my illusions away. Gotcha.
Illusions away.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, you had such a beautiful voice, and you sang that so well. Are you still singing?
Yeah, I go to karaoke, and the guy I just mentioned, and the friend was going to maybe get together with him in a band.
Yeah.
Do a little band thing, but I'm still searching in life for some answers, you know, of what to do, you know, and I don't know, it seems like my life went down pretty downhill as soon as I got to Minnesota, and I'm thinking maybe I need to go south or somewhere else away from the area to get away from the energy that is. It's kind of like there's bad energy up here in Minnesota, you know, and South Dakota, the South Dakota area. It's just, yeah, I had some bad luck, you know, and it's,
yeah.
I don't know, I don't know where to go, but I'm not sure what to do, where to go,
Yeah.
what life is supposed to bring to me next, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a friend who said that when you reach a crossroads and you kind of don't know which road to take, you just sit down in the middle there and kind of meditate.
Yeah.
And, you know, and just let it come to you. And sometimes, you know, it's it's good to plant flowers wherever you are. You know, just kind of put down some roots.
Yeah.
And just plant some flowers there. So, and surround yourself with the pure white light, Chris, so that nothing can come, you know, that negativity cannot get through to you. There's negativity no matter where we go.
Yeah.
You know, and the grass always looks greener on the other side, but, you know, if you just surround yourself with the pure white light, and that will help.
Yeah. I was just adding to my contacts. What's your last name? Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay. Connie Johnson. Okay. Putting it in my address book. What else? Sorry. I got an arm. I gotta like be careful how I type and stuff. It sucks. I'm like this arm injury is just really a pretty annoying issue. But
Oh, do you take anything for the pain?
no, there's no pain. It's just I'm trying to keep the ligaments from stretching, and I gotta keep from doing this one move. My concern is there's no pain now. I want to make sure I fix it so that this doesn't get worse.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I take my health pretty seriously, and this oh goodness.
Well, yeah, you need to.
Yeah. So yeah. I did try calling Eric Edible up once, and he didn't call me back. But
Did you leave a message?
yeah, left a message. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard from Eric in years, so I have no idea what's going on with him. So Sherry, that was his wife's name.
Oh yeah, Sherry.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine that his son now is, you know, probably graduated from high school or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then maybe he's, you know, traveling or something. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with him.
Yeah. Boy, you gotta wonder about life. You know, what is its purpose, right? What is?
Yeah, really, that's the truth. You know, and sometimes you think that and I think sometimes your purpose changes, or they're multifold. You know, and your purpose at different stages of your life is different.
Yeah.
So you just do the best that you can at the time with what you have. That's about all you can do.
Yeah.
You know, and then show me the way. You know, that's a good affirmation. Always. I guess maybe that's why I like that song so much. You know, and your singing of it, you know, always touched me. You know, show me the way. And my granddaughter, Kelby, loved that song.
Yeah, that's.
You know, loved you singing of it. Yeah.
Oh, she heard me singing.
Oh yeah, she came to church.
Oh.
And I had to go out and buy her the CD.
Oh wow.
You know, of it. You know, that had that on there because she'd sing it. You know, that's probably why one of the other reasons why it stuck in my mind so much is because my granddaughter would sing it. She loved that song.
Yeah.
Show me the way by Sting. My other granddaughter here.
It's not Sting, it's Styx. Styx.
Styx. Okay. It's Styx. I'm sorry. It's Styx, not Sting. Yeah, that's right. I thought it was kind of a funny song to sing, but that's all I could sing. It was by Styx. Oh, thank you for that. So, yeah, she loved that song. And she'd sing it, and I went out and bought her the CD of it. So, she'd play it and play it and play it.
Oh, what time is it there? I forget. What, you guys are an hour off from us, or what? I forget. Is it 10:30?
No, it's 9:30.
9:30. Okay. You guys don't get much snow there, do you?
Oh yeah, this winter we've gotten a lot of snow.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, we had a blizzard here, and we got a lot. Now we've just had a couple of nice days here, and we've melted a lot. We see a lot of bare spots in the yards, but now we're supposed to be getting some snow this week. So I don't know how much we'll get. So, but we're supposed to be getting some snow this week. You guys have had plenty of snow. In Minnesota there, haven't you?
Oh, we got too much, yeah.
Yeah, in South Dakota too.
It's cold, you know. It's just pretty cold there.
Yeah. Good old hard winters.
Yeah.
We haven't been so cold here. We haven't gotten real below zeros. But it's there's been a lot of snow this year.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think winter's over with yet.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
but you keeping warm this winter?
Yeah, keeping pretty warm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So, but how's your family doing? Your mom and dad are still alive, aren't they?
Oh yeah, the big news. Yeah, I should mention. Yeah, my folks are alive, but there's actually a big story in Colorado where my sister was murdered.
No.
Yeah, about right around Thanksgiving. About what, 3 months ago? 2 months ago? 2 months ago? Let's see here. Wait. Yeah, 3 months ago. 3 months ago. So that's actually been a pretty eventful thing for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in Colorado, are your folks in Colorado too now then, or?
No. Folks are here, the same town I'm in.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, it looks like it was the husband that did it. The husband?
Oh, did she have children?
Yeah, 3, 9, 6, and 5.
Oh, where are they at?
My brother has them now.
Okay. Well, has he been convicted of a crime then?
No, he hasn't even been, what's it called?
Charged with it?
Charged, right.
But they really think he did it, huh?
Key suspect, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. What part of Colorado was that?
Right up there in ski country, just an hour west of Denver. Right, and that's right in the mountains there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the city has never had anything like this occur.
Yeah. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, that was bad for your family.
It was really bad. It's kind of tore us up a little bit.
Yeah. So your brother has the children then. Does he live out there?
Yeah, he was pretty involved in the whole thing. 3 months he spent out in Colorado, and then he just recently went back to California to help has the kids now.
Okay. Is he married? Does he have other kids then?
No, he's married but doesn't have any kids of his own, so he's taking care of them.
Well, I'm sorry at the loss of your sister.
It's really weird thing. It's one of these things that you never happen. It always happens to somebody else on 2020, on 2020, you know.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that kind of big news. I was running out of stuff to talk about. I'm thinking we're gonna have to hang up here, and then I completely forgot about that. I don't even know how don't even know how I can forget about it. I'm doing actually activities today in trying to help in the investigation as in today's events, and then I somehow didn't remember that talking to you. It's yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Well, that's been hard on your family then, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It has been. It's a weird thing. That's almost like, it's just like somebody had a bad day, and I think I'll just kill my wife. Now they were in the middle of a divorce, so that they had all the key factors for that would indicate that he did it. In the middle of divorce, she's having some kind of a love romance thing going on, partial affair, wasn't quite sexual, but so she's just acting a bit irrational, and I guess he just said I had enough. I guess and just it just sounds weird that he just had he just had enough and said I'm just going to kill her. I don't mean to laugh. It sounds amazing,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, were the kids there when he did it, or?
No, it was all hidden. I mean, nobody has any witnesses. The kids were asleep,
Huh. Oh, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, he says he didn't do it.
He does, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I hope he didn't. But there must be some reason, that he doesn't have the children.
Well, he was acting suicidal and a bit chaotic over the loss of his wife, and he overdosed on some pills, and they felt like he might be a threat. So.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, thank God for your brother, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. So, wow. Well, you had some excitement in your life then.
Oh, yeah. That kind of excitement we can all do without,
Really, yeah. Really. So, but.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, good. Almost
like I said, yeah, I was thinking of that song, just earlier this week.
Yeah, cool.
The last, trying to remember, the words to it. And I was remembering how you used to sing it in church. You used to sing quite a few songs, but that was the one that kind of stuck in my memory. You're very good. Are you still singing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good. That's good for you. You've got a good voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's a good talent for you to use. So.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, you're welcome. You're welcome. So.
Oh, I'm gonna try to get a hold of you more often. I should try to make it every 6 months if something like that. But I should really be talking with you. You're such a good person to lean on when if I'm having some life's troubles or something. You're always somebody to talk to that's always got something positive to say. So.
Oh, good. Thank you for that. But yeah, that's we have to help each other. We have to, uphold each other.
Yeah.
Not easy being a human in this life.
No.
No, it's not. So
next time?
Pardon?
Can we think of anything else to say, or I forgot about that Steph story. What else is going on? I've got some, I've sort of done some lawsuits. One thing that my life consists of, sort of a legal business. I've got into sort of a legal business.
Really?
Yes, doesn't make much money. It doesn't make hardly any money at this point. But it's sort of new technology that I'm trying to market and make some money from, and so that's what else I'm doing. I've you know where I used to work in Sioux Falls, that was GE.
Sure.
I did end up suing them for discrimination, you know?
Right.
Yeah, did I tell you that?
Well, I remember there's something about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
okay.
don't know what the outcome of it was.
Yeah, no, I wasn't, didn't win or anything, didn't get anything. For not being a lawyer, and I have a lot of legal knowledge,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
legal system's kind of corrupt, unfortunately, so it's a bit
Well,
frustrating.
there's a lot of professions that are, sad to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad to say. But, well, I suppose I need to go take a shower here.
Okay, I'll let you go.
So, well, it's good hearing from you, Chris.
You too.
Okay, you take care.
You too. Thank
A
you.
blessing.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Dale, Chris Roller.
Hey,
How's it going?
it's going. About it.
Did you get my email?
I did get it.
Any thoughts on that, or any thoughts?
Well, I got it. I haven't had a chance to have my attorney look at it because I can't do. I mean, I see what it is. It seems simple enough, but I can't do anything without his okay.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no problem.
I mean, it seems simple enough. It really does. But my attorney has to look at it and he has to say yes or no.
Yep, no problem. I sent you one that I even signed. Signed. Did you get the one that I signed?
Right, I saw that.
Okay, yep. Just, yeah, we don't have to talk about that much more. But I was thinking about stopping in the Colorado area, say for some skiing. You in the mood to be visited?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Are you in the mood to be visited for some skiing?
Well, sure. If you're well, if you want to, that's fine.
How's everything else going?
Just day by day, man. Day by day.
Yeah, Ramona, catch this. Ramona calls me up. She goes, yeah, I bought a table for the family, for your family. And I'm like, cool, that's got to be kind of weird to coordinate that from over in Atlanta, you know? She's like, oh, no, I'm here. Oh, and I'm like, you're there? You couldn't, inform me to, let me know that maybe that they could use something, to ship, bring something down with you so that they could.
Right.
And she's like, well, I don't know.
If I've got a bad connection or you do.
Oh.
I'm just in a spot. I'm driving around, so you're breaking up a little bit.
Oh.
Why don't you give me a call later?
Yeah, Mona's just doing some weird stuff. She's just a strange individual, so I was just gonna chat with you about that. Anyways, okay, I'll talk to you later. Talk to you later.
All right, thanks.
Yep, bye.